decided to do a little less broadcasting and a little more banking.
We even made our own logos.
The Bank of Duke and Dow of Wyoming is open for business. Ooh, we already got a phone call.
Nice.
Bank of Duke and Dow of Wyoming. You want to make a deposit? Yeah, we'll take your money.
As you can see, our customer satisfaction is on the rebound.
Bank of Duke and Dow, how can I help you? Oh, you want to make a withdrawal? No, that money's gone. Who do you think we are? First Bank of Wyoming? Jeez.
B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs, such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on. Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Hey Braves fans, now you can follow your favorite players during the game with a complete Star Valley football roster online, including player pictures and bios. Scan the code on your screen. Square foot. LVP is also on sale with the product available for $2.99 per square foot. Battles & Brothers also has carpet remnants available. That's Battles & Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home, open in Afton, just south of the Arch.
Price, quality, service, Battles & Brothers Flooring.
On behalf of Bank of Star Valley, we'd like to congratulate Bailey Calgren as being the Man of the Week. Congratulations, Bailey.
Bailey Calgren, son of Zach and Amy Calgren, senior, Bedford.
Good punt off the low snap, fielded on the run, up to the 40, a broken tackle to the 50. Here's Calgren, up to the 30, pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Beautiful return from Bailey Calgren.
We at Miles CPA love cheering on our Star Valley Braves in all their activities, from the performing arts to music, speech and debate, vocational clubs, athletics, and all other activities in which our local students participate. In fact, JR at Miles CPA was once a Skills USA leader himself.
This is JR with Miles CPA from both the Afton and Alpine offices. We wish the Braves success this school year in their academics, athletics, and activities. Be the best you that you can be. Go Braves.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive. It's gorgeous, and I get what I want.
I take my Caribou Ford to the Oregon Trail golf course.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I can check out inventory online before I go. Now that's service.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? Satisfaction.
We're Caribou Ford with top awards in the region for customer satisfaction, because we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Down at the creek, Swift Creek Trading, that is.
It's not about selling hats, boots, and jeans.
It's about giving back to our Valley's youth and keeping our heritage and traditions alive.
When you shop at Swift Creek Trading, you help us sustain agriculture.
You help us perform. You help us compete.
You help us brand our own businesses.
So come on down to the creek.
Swift Creek Trading, that is.
Where your purchase supports us.
Where your purchase supports us.
That drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Live coverage of Star Valley High School sports is provided by The Right Company. HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too big or too small. Red Tail Therapy, strength for everyone. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley sports. Quality Quick Lube, where quality comes quick. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Everyone in Star Valley knows the Fun Zone is the place to go for birthday parties, family reunions, receptions, or basically any kind of get-together. Do you know what makes the Fun Zone even better? When you come and enjoy it. New to the Fun Zone is a massage chair and a vending machine, and still offering the open gym, volleyball, foosball, and air hockey, a full-service kitchen, and even a big screen TV. Visit sbfunzone.com for reservations.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
Repeat after me. No stress with Point S.
No stress with Point S.
Because it's a one-stop auto shop that allows me to easily schedule appointments online.
Avail Valley Construction is hiring and a great place for high school seniors to enter the workforce after graduation. Multiple positions are open with competitive pay right out of high school. To learn more about a rewarding career for those of any age, visit availvalley.com.
Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVILOCAL. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVILOCAL for the locals only discount.
So my name is Jen Johnson, and I'm the head teller here at the bank. So I really enjoyed getting to know the people that work here. I feel like we're a really good team. I've made some friendships here. I feel like we're all really supportive of each other, and I feel valued as a team member, and those efforts are recognized and appreciated. When you call the Bank of Star Valley, you talk to one of us. You don't get a call center in another state. You don't get an automated system. It's one of us that are there to help you.
LCSD2's Transportation Department is now hiring route and activity drivers. The route driver is 7 hours per school day with medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system, while the activity driver is full-time, 40 hours per week, mostly on weekends, including medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system. The bus aide is 5 hours per school day, $16 per hour with paid training. Visit lcsd2.org for details and to apply. That's lcsd2.org.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collective guy, but...
Sorry, what's your name? Yeah, Evan. Hi, Evan. Yeah, we have no internet. Nothing. I don't know. It just stopped working.
The internet is down.
I know, I'm on the phone with them. No, that was my wife.
I can't get online again.
Yeah, I'm talking to Evan. No, my daughter, my wife. Okay, can you guys not talk? Sorry. Yes, we have the white boxes. I see one. They got horns on them.
It's the one with the horns.
Yes, I see one. We have 11 of those.
I was on the phone and I got disconnected.
Okay, it's not about you. We switched our broadband service provider. Devin put in 11, Evan. How are we supposed to know which one's 7 and which one?
I thought it was Devin. Who's Devin? I got no service.
Honey, you're blocking. You can't stand there. You're blocking it. Don't block it. And the best part, I never have to speak to Evan or Devin ever again.
I think this one's 11.
11? We're not looking for 11. No, are we looking for 7, Evan, or 11? We have 2 next to each other. That's bad. 2 white boxes. Evan?
Did you know you can manage your healthcare from anywhere? Whether you're at home, work, or on the go, our free MyChart patient portal makes it super simple to stay in the know and connected. You can request and manage appointments, renew your prescriptions, and view your test results. You can also message your care team right from MyChart. It's your healthcare all in one powerful patient portal. To sign up and get started, go to starvalleyhealth.org.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Hello. Using tracking skills I've acquired pretending to be a national park ranger, I'm going to locate a customer of Rocky Mountain Yeti. Thanks to Rocky Mountain Yeti, these people are having their very first adventure.
We actually do this all the time.
Thanks to Rocky Mountain Yeti, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
I'm Duke Dance, and when I take out the garbage, I bag it.
I'm David Kazare, and when I take out the trash, I bag it.
I'm Dal Erickson, and when I take out my trash, I bag it.
Star Valley Disposal appreciates all their customers, especially those that bag their garbage. Remember that even with just a little wind, loose trash can be sent flying all over the place. Visit starvalleydisposal.com.
Hey, this is Duke and Dal, and recently we decided to do a little less broadcasting and a little more baking.
We even made our own logos.
The Bank of Duke and Dal of Wyoming is open for business. Ooh, we already got a phone call. Nice. Bank of Duke and Dal of Wyoming. You want to make a deposit? Yeah, we'll take your money.
As you can see, our customer satisfaction is on the rebound.
Bank of Duke and Dal, how can I help you? Oh, you want to make a withdrawal? No, that money's gone. Who do you think we are? First Bank of Wyoming? Jeez. B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on. Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Hey Braves fans, now you can follow your favorite players during the game with a complete Star Valley football roster to take advantage of carpet, pad, and labor for only $2.99 per square foot. LVP is also on sale with the product available for $2.99 per square foot. Battleson Brothers also has carpet remnants available. That's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home, open in Afton, just south of the Arch.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
On behalf of Bank of Star Valley, we'd like to congratulate Bailey Calgren as being the Man of the Week. Congratulations, Bailey.
Bailey Calgren, son of Zach and Amy Calgren, senior, Bedford.
Good punt off the low snap, fielded on the run, up to the 40, a broken tackle to the 50. Here's Calgren, up to the 30, pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Beautiful return from Bailey Calgren.
The Cowboy Countdown to Kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
The Braves at home again on a late September Friday night at Star Valley Football on the SVI Sports Network, SVI Media, and Swift 98.7 FM. Thank you for joining us for the First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to Kickoff, where the third-ranked Powell Panthers are in Afton tonight to take on the second-ranked Star Valley Braves on the Wild Prebz Coaches and Media Poll. Now, this is a matchup that's been brewing for a while. People have wondered, how good are the Panthers? How good are the Braves? Tonight we find out.
You know, a lot of discussion about, Star Valley and Park County, and it tends to revolve around the matchup between Cody and Star Valley. But Powell is certainly right there, one of the power programs in Western Wyoming, and this is absolutely one of those opportunities for them to grab the attention of viewers and voters statewide and say, look what we can do.
The Powell Panthers coming in 5-0 on the season, undefeated. They beat Green River in their opener of the conference schedule last week, so they're 1-0 inside the 3A West. It was a 44-3 drubbing of the Green River Wolves last week. They have the second best offense and the second overall defense in the 3A class. Star Valley will hope to counter that with a 4-1 record. They're coming off the win last week to open things up against Evanston on a homecoming night. Star Valley's had a tougher schedule, and that's what everyone's looking at. How good is Powell compared to the schedule they've played so far, and how good Star Valley with a much more difficult schedule?
And I've seen it play out both ways, honestly, with this rivalry, Duke. I've seen Star Valley play what was considered maybe to be a tougher schedule and then go play Powell and then get handled by Powell. So then you look at your strength of schedule and go, what did we do? And then we've also seen it work the other way. Last year's a good example. Star Valley went up to Powell and won pretty handily there on that field, which has been tough to do as of late. So, tonight's going to answer a lot of questions for both of these teams, and it's going to happen right out of the gate because both these teams like to run and both of them like to stop the run. So we're going to find out those questions really quick.
Braves football on the SVI Sports Network hosting the Powell Panthers tonight in another 3A West showdown coming up on our First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to Kickoff. We'll have your Crimson Corner, your roundup. We'll recap the rivalry. We'll touch base with Jay Kibber and take a look around the 3A classification. Also, your Records Watch. We'll have Bridger Wolfley back with us tonight. He has the sideline report, keys to the game, all ahead of kickoff later tonight. When we come back, it's our Star Valley Disposal, Royal Flush Septic Senior Spotlight. I had the chance to catch up with Senior Simon Gaskell. He's on the way after this on the First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to Kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
We at Miles CPA love cheering on our Star Valley Braves in all their activities, from the performing arts to music, speech and debate, vocational clubs, athletics, and all other activities in which our local students participate. In fact, JR at Miles CPA was once a Skills USA leader himself.
This is JR with Miles CPA from both the Afton and Alpine offices. We wish the Braves success this school year in their academics, athletics, and activities. Be the best you that you can be. Go Braves.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive. It's gorgeous, and I get what I want.
I take my Caribou Ford to the Oregon Trail golf course.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I can check out inventory online before I go. Now that's service.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? Satisfaction.
We're Caribou Ford with top awards in the region for customer satisfaction because we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Down at the creek, Swift Creek Trading, that is.
It's not about selling hats, boots, and jeans.
It's about giving back to our Valley's youth and keeping our heritage and traditions alive.
When you shop at Swift Creek Trading, you help us sustain agriculture.
You help us perform. You help us compete. You help us brand our own businesses.
So come on down to the creek.
Swift Creek Trading, that is.
Where your purchase supports us.
Where your purchase supports us.
today's Player Spotlight presented by Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic. Celebrating 20 years of serving the Star Valley community. Online at starvalleydisposal.com.
It's the first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SVI Sports Network, and our Star Valley Disposal Royal Flush Septic Senior Spotlight is Simon Gaskell. Simon, appreciate the time today, man. Congrats on the homecoming win last week. What was that like for you guys to get the win on homecoming night?
It was awesome. Last couple of years, we lost homecoming. It was nice to break the cycle. It was a good moment.
Now, you've had a really good season, especially on the defensive side. Last week, a lot of tackles for loss, TFLs behind the line of scrimmage. What was working for you in that against that Evanston offense?
Just reading the guards and shooting the gaps. First quarter, kind of didn't do that, and then made some adjustments, so that helped a lot.
Of course, a big game against Powell. Panthers have been playing well. What are you guys focused on this week when you host Powell?
Just shutting down their main players like their running back and receivers. I think we're well out physical them. Just keep doing what we're doing.
All right, Simon Gaskell with our pregame coverage here. Simon, what do you like to do when you're not playing football? Any other sports you play?
I play basketball, and I like fly fishing and stuff like that.
All right. So fly fishing, do you have a favorite? Now, of course, you can't tell your favorite spot, but is there a spot that you like to go?
Yeah.
No, I love it. That's good. Perfect answer. What other hobbies do you have, Simon? Do you like to be outdoors, of course, doing anything else like that?
Yeah, just snowboarding in the winter and stuff like that. Just anything outdoors.
Cool. What are your plans after high school? You still working on those, or do you have that nailed down?
Probably going to go on a mission and go to college and hopefully find a job.
Hopefully is the key. Hopefully. Simon, let's see. What is your favorite movie?
Coach Carter.
It's a good one. Nice one. What about your favorite cereal?
Just normal Cheerios.
Nice. Do you have a favorite and least favorite class in school so far?
Favorite class, psychology, and least favorite class, English.
Nice. All right. Simon, good luck today in the game. Appreciate your time.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us, on roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Countdown to Kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Another beautiful night in western Wyoming. Kickoff temperatures should be in the mid-60s under blue skies tonight as Star Valley plays host to the Powell Panthers live on the SVI Sports Network. Duke Dance and Dal Erickson here with you. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff, your home for totally free checking. Where free really does mean free, visit gofirstbank.com. Star Valley and Powell kick off in about 20 minutes from right now. Let's take a look at the Crimson Corner. What else is happening around Star Valley Athletics, presented by the University of Wyoming?
First, let's look at volleyball. They had a rough start to the week. I shouldn't say rough, but ended up with a loss on Tuesday in Jackson. Anybody from Star Valley doesn't like those words. They lost to the Lady Bronx 3-1. They did bounce back last night with a 3-0 sweep on the road at Sugar Salem, and they have one more match coming up on the road tomorrow as they re-enter the 4A West as they take on Green River. That one's tomorrow. Cross country, the Braves. Just wanted to throw this out there. They ran after our game last week. They ran on Saturday at the Bob Furman in Boise, and the boys finishing 5th in the elite race out of 29 teams. That included top-ranked Harriman. Harriman is number 1 in the country. They won that race, and Star Valley not far behind them. So really good boys team. The girls did well also. They're off this week, as we pointed out this morning, as off as cross-country teams get. And then football, the freshmen had a game on Tuesday. They defeated Pinedale 67-6. That's a look at your Crimson Corner, brought to you by the University of Wyoming.
Uncover the reason behind UW excellence and explore what makes the University of Wyoming so great. Visit uwyo.edu to learn more. By the way, Cowboys open up Mountain West play tomorrow at 2 in the afternoon. We'll have the game live for you on the Spur for kickoff time in Laramie at 2 o'clock. Dal, how about the roundup and what's happening around the state of Wyoming? Games of interest presented by Sunrise Engineering.
Some pretty big matchups of ranked teams. Of course, these rankings come courtesy of the wildpreps.com coaches and media poll. First in 4A. Look at that right there. Number 2 Sheridan is at number 1 Cheyenne East tonight. Number 3 Natrona County on the road in Sweetwater County. You've also got Cheyenne at Central at South. Laramie's at Kelly Walsh, and then another ranked matchup, Thunder Basin just down the road a piece in Gillette, taking on Campbell County. Of course, you got number 3 Powell taking on number 2 Star Valley here tonight. Number 1 Cody was on the road early this morning as they were on their way to Green River. Jackson is at Evanston. Number 4 Buffalo at number 5 Douglas. I would imagine the winner of that game in the driver's seat for the 3A East. Rollins at Worland, Riverton at Lander. Finally, in 2A, one matchup already done in the books. Number 1 Mountain View going into Cokeville with a victory. 17-6 was your final there. Everything we thought it might be. Pinedale at Thermopolis. Number 2 Tongue Rivers at Torrington. Bighorn at Wheatland. Lyman is at Kemmer here in about an hour or so. You can listen to that one on the Spur with Jim Taney. Newcastle at Upton Sundance, and Glenrock is at Burns. That's a look at your roundup, brought to you by Sunrise Engineering.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. Braves football hosting the Powell Panthers live tonight on the SBI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Star Valley High School sports is provided by The Right Company. HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too big or too small. Red Tail Therapy, strength for everyone. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Quality Quick Lube, where quality comes quick. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Everyone in Star Valley knows the Fun Zone is the place to go for birthday parties, family reunions, receptions, or basically any kind of get-together. Do you know what makes the Fun Zone even better? When you come and enjoy it. New to the Fun Zone is a massage chair and a vending machine, and still offering the open gym, volleyball, foosball, and air hockey, a full-service kitchen, and even a big screen TV. Visit sbfunzone.com for reservations.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
Repeat after me. No stress with Point S.
No stress with Point S.
Because it's a one-stop auto shop that allows me to easily schedule appointments online.
Avail Valley Construction is hiring and a great place for high school seniors to enter the workforce after graduation. Multiple positions are open with competitive pay right out of high school. To learn more about a rewarding career for those of any age, visit availvalley.com.
The countdown to kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Live from Star Valley High School on a beautiful late September Friday night. Duke Dance, Dal Erickson here with you and the SVI Sports crew alongside to bring you live coverage of Star Valley football. The Braves Marching and Pep Band is in attendance tonight, of course. And Dal, they have some competition coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. The Pep Band is going to Madison High School in Rexburg. They're going to be in a competition with some Idaho schools, about 12 other bands. There'll be 7 judges, and Kurt Sand, of course, director, saying that they're not going really for the score, but or not really to compete, but to get that score and prepare themselves for their own state competition coming up. So wish them the best of luck out at Madison High next weekend.
Absolutely. Good luck to the Marching Braves. Hope they have as good a performance as they possibly can.
That's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff tonight. Panthers, Braves, it goes back a while. Let's recap this rivalry with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
It's a good rivalry with a storied history. It goes back to 1976. What a great year that was. If you were born that year, hats off to you, bicentennial people. Overall, the Braves lead the series 33-14. Here in Afton, Star Valley has what you would probably have to consider a bit of an overwhelming advantage. It's 19-3. Here in Afton. The last game between these two teams, the Braves won it in Powell, 48-14. That was just last season. As far as some of the trends in this series, the Braves have won the last 2 and 7 of the last 8. And Powell's last win in Afton came in 2013. Just wanted to throw this out there. There for a while, Powell had like a 20-year stretch where they didn't win in Afton. They finally broke through and won a couple in a row with that team that won like 3 state championships about 10 years ago, and then they haven't since. They've actually lost their last 4 in Afton. They would love to reverse that tonight. This is the 48th overall meeting between the Panthers and the Braves, and that is a look at your rivalry brought to you by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Bringing Earth resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. Well, it's not just Dal and I. We do have Bridger Wolfley on the sideline. We'll check in with him in just a moment. But first, at the Hibbert Studio, Jake's with us tonight, and he's got a look around the state of Wyoming in games of interest. Jake Hibbert, how are you today?
Hey, I'm looking pretty good. I'm feeling good. And as for week 2 of this conference full of 3A West matchups, you know, it's the big one, right? 2 versus 3. And I don't think there's too much I can tell you that we haven't already. Well, I'm gonna let you guys do that. But I will add this to Powell versus Star Valley tonight. I think tonight, as you mentioned, we find out if Powell is really the real deal, if they can handle the real rush here, and if their defense really does hold up against this offense that Star Valley has. So Cody Seaford has 9 rushing touchdowns on the year and is averaging 8.1 yards per carry on the year. How's that hold up? Does the Star Valley defense have something to say about that? I think the Panthers, they've been stifling, but you guys mentioned it. What has gone into the strength of schedule? So that's what I'm so interested to see tonight. And I'm not sure what's going to happen because, as Dal alluded to, so many different scenarios have played out for Powell and Star Valley. Now let's take a look at the top 5. Cody, the number 1 team against Star Valley at number 2. Then we've got Powell, Buffalo, and Douglas, the 2 teams on the east side, shuffling at 4 and 5. Now we're the early game tonight. Cody gets Green River tonight, homecoming for them. Good news for Cody, bad news for Green River, I think, on their homecoming night. That's at 6 o'clock. So we'll get you into that game at about halftime when it kicks off, and they have some highlights in the second half. I think we're going to see a lot of this, a lot of running for Cody. They might air it out a little bit as well, as they've been wanting to do. Then we've got Jackson and Evanston at 6 o'clock as well, and I'm really intrigued for this matchup, as Evanston was able to move the ball at times against Star Valley, and Jackson certainly will air it out. We'll have second half updates of that game for you as well. Other late kicks tonight, 2A, Lyman is at Kemmer tonight. We'll keep you up to date with that matchup. And earlier today, of course, number 1 Mountain View in 2A took on number 5 Cokeville. We'll give you an update on what happened in that game later on. But right now, back to the studio with the game of the week for sure. I think number 2 versus number 3. What am I doing? I'll be back at half. Back to you guys.
everybody.
Star Products in Afton.
Tristan Hilton, son of Mark and Lacey Hilton, Sr., Osmond, Wyoming.
Jesse Levitt, son of Brett and Kendra Levitt, Sr., Afton, Wyoming.
Wyatt Wilkes, son of Cody and Andy Wilkes, Sr., Afton.
Simon Gaskell, son of Amy and David Gaskell, Sr., Afton.
Bryson Neild, son of David and Jennifer McGee, Jr., Afton.
Kenyon Hurd, son of Ryan and Jamie Hurd, Sr., Thane.
Jesse Gibson, son of Don and Laura Gibson, Sr., Etna, Wyoming.
Clay Merritt, son of Brooke and Kelly Merritt, Sr., Grover.
Garrett Carlson, son of Earl and Sarah Carlson, Jr., Fairview, Wyoming.
Ryan Talbot, son of Todd and Ashley Larson, sophomore, Afton.
Cooper Big Country Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, Jr., Afton, Wyoming.
Grant Thompson, son of Kyle and Aaron Thompson, Jr., Fairview.
Prescott Veeks, 2400 Vigal, son of Micah and Melissa Vigal, Jr., Auburn, Wyoming. Riley Erickson, son of Jared Erickson, Jr., Thane.
Porter Merritt, son of Haley and Tyson Merritt, Sr., Thane.
Cash Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, Sr., Smoot.
Lane Wibblehouse, son of Holly and Neil Wibblehouse, Sr., Alpine.
Jaden Crook, son of Terry and Amber Crook, Sr., Edna.
Starting lineups tonight for the Braves made possible by Mountain Star Products, plumbing supply, gravel, sand, topsoil, excavation, road building, and equipment rental located on Rocky Road in Afton. Just before that, the national anthem presented by Wyoming Minuteman Supply. And yes, Mr. Jake Hibbert, nicely done as always, Jake. We look forward to the updates, game breaks during the action, and we'll catch up with Jake at the half as well. Right now, let's go sideline. Bridger Wolfley, we missed you last week. Bridger, good to have you back. Here's the Miles CPA sideline reports.
Welcome back, Brave fans, to another night of Star Valley football. Both teams are super excited to get head-to-head on the field. As usual, I took some time to talk to Coach McKay Young before the game and asked him what tonight's game plan is. Tonight, he said that their goal is to stop the running game and make sure that they're keeping the ball with them. I also had the opportunity to talk to Coach Chase Kistler of the Powell Panthers and asked him what their game plan is, and he said that tonight, the main goal is balance, making sure they're balancing out their plays, they're balancing out the players. Everything about tonight's game is balance. Like I said, both teams are excited to get on the field and go head-to-head to see who's going to take tonight's win. As always, Braves Nation, let's ride. Back up to you, Duke.
As always, nicely done. Bridger Wolfley with the Miles CPA sideline report located in Afton and in Alpine. Miles CPA at 885-0055. Starters have been introduced for the home Braves in their home Crimsons. Game 4 of a 4-game homestand. So soak it in, Braves Nation, as you get ready for this one. By the way, number 2, that's Porter Merritt. He's mic'd up tonight now. And mic'd up, of course, is a fun new segment we started this year. We'll have some highlights and some mic'd up footage for you next week from senior Porter Merritt. And if you missed last week's, Coach Jason Kazare, you got to go check that one out. It was a good one. And looking forward to seeing what Porter has for us today.
There's been some fun ones, and I'll be honest, though, Coach Kazare has reset the bar and just being himself. And that's all we want. We just want kind of an insight of what goes on the field, what these players and coaches do. So, yeah, watch number 2 tonight, and we'll see if he has some interesting things to say as we go through those next week.
Coin toss taking place at midfield right now. Dal, how about the Records Watch presented by Avail Valley Construction?
Well, Records Watch-wise, Jesse Levitt needs 38 rushing yards tonight to reach 500 for the season. That's a little bit of a milestone. And Bryson Neild's current 24 receptions is tied for 20th on the single-season list with Kyler Battleson back from 2014. Of course, the difference between Kyler and Bryson is Bryson still has some eligibility. Sorry, Kyler. He's probably going to pass you. But that's a look at your Records Watch, brought to you by Avail Valley Construction.
The premier horizontal construction company in the Intermountain West. Visit availvalley.com. That is availvalley.com. Looks like Powell has won the toss. They have it deferred, so Star Valley is going to take the football, and they will receive on the north end zone. Powell will kick off from the south end zone. Now, what do the Braves need to do to get a win? Your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, to me, key number one is they, on offense, need to have at least 4 yards per carry rushing. Powell is the number one rushing defense in Class 3A, so that'll get answered on the next possession. Key number two, they're going to get a shot at it right here. They need to hold the Panthers under 100 yards tonight, I think, if they want a good chance to win. That's going to be a tall order. They need to limit the big running plays. Big running plays are 15 yards and larger. You look at Seifert, he had 170 yards on just 8 carries on his last time out. That's a terrific average. And finally, they need to disrupt the passing game. And Schwann has 14 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions. And Stenderson is averaging 95 yards per game receiving. The Braves need to kind of throw a wrench in that. And those are your Rocky Mountain Yeti keys to the game.
Legend driven. Visit RockyMountainYeti.group. That's Rocky Mountain Yeti in Afton. Online at RockyMountainYeti.group. Teams take the field, and that's it for the first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. We're ready to roll between the Wild Preps coaches and media poll number 2 team. That's the home Star Valley Braves, and the number 3 team from Park County in the north. That's the visiting Powell Panthers in the road whites, black helmets, and orange numbers. Powell will kick off, and getting kicking duties for the Panthers is going to be their quarterback, Jet Schwann. He will be kicking off for the Panthers. Returning for the Braves, Porter Merritt back to return on the upper side, and Bailey Calgren on the lower side, right hash mark.
I'm digging the metallic orange stripe down the middle. That's good looking. And yeah, keep an eye on number 1. The Schwann family has won a ton of games for this program over the years, and they do a bit of everything.
T is set with the ball, and we are underway. Schwann is kicked off. It's a high, short kick. Will be fielded on the run by Merritt. Porter up to the 15, 20. Couple blocks to the 25, and he's pushed backward there. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Braves offense at their own 25-yard line.
Jordan Loera, number 18, taking him down on special teams. Good open field tackle. And as you mentioned, that'll set up shop right at the 25 for Star Valley. So, yeah, this Powell rushing defense comes in, Duke, allowing just 50 yards a game, which is nothing. And I'll tell you this right now, if the Braves finish this game with 50 yards rushing, things probably didn't go well for them tonight.
Jesse Levitt had over 200 on the ground in last week's win against Evanston. He'll be the tailback back there with him, as well as Jaden Crook with Hilton under center. First handoff goes to Crook, bounces in the backfield, and gets about a yard on the first down carry across the 25 to about the 26.
And he had to work for that. Powell was there on the initial contact, and so Jaden, he had to earn that yard.
2nd down and 9 on the opening drive of this game, and just one play for Hilton at quarterback. Now Smith McClure comes in shotgun. He'll have 2 receivers on either side with a standing tight end on the right side as well. Porter Merritt flanked wide to the right. Man in motion is Crook. Smith rolls to his right, pumps to Crook. Now he goes up the sideline. He's open, and it's caught by Jaden, falling down across the 50. I thought that might be picked, but it just went over the Powell defender and into Jaden's Crook's hands, and it's a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down.
Another foot lower, and Evan Whitlock would have been going the other direction. That's how close this was. Let's look at it again on the Fall River Propane replay. You can see Whitlock going up, just didn't quite have enough up the ladder, and Jaden Crook going up top. That's a 25-yard gain.
Great pitch and catch just over the defense. McClure remains the quarterback, now shotgun. Man in motion is Calgren. Throw ahead to Bailey. Looks for the edge and has it with a block up the sideline and bumped out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Jesse Levitt, a great lead block out in front to spring that run for about a 9-yard gain.
And, of course, those of you who maybe aren't as familiar with the Braves over the last couple of years, this is technically a pass. That is a forward pass. And so that'll be worth, as you mentioned, Duke, but 8 to 9 yards there for Bailey Calgren.
Looks like they call him out of bounds. It looks like he stepped out before he was bumped out, so that's why he's back at the 40. Man in motion again. Quarterback keeper this time. First down on the carry for Smith McClure to move the chains and get a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down.
About 3 yards there for Smith. Again, if you're new to the Braves this year, Smith McClure, the younger brother of Taft McClure. Taft was the record-setting quarterback from last year. And he ran out of eligibility, selfishly.
Hilton back into the game to play quarterback. Double tight end set. Flanked wide to the right as Star Valley's Bryson Neild. 2 in the backfield. Wilkes in motion, but a handoff to Levitt. He dances and is tackled for a loss. line of the Powell defense found themselves in the backfield that time, and Keona Wisniewski for the tackle.
Yeah, tackle for a loss of 2 there for Jesse Levitt. Terrific tackle there by Wisniewski.
Turns 1st and 10 into a 2nd and 12 at the Powell 39-yard line.
He is one of their top players offensively and defensively. You'll hear that name again tonight.
Dayton Schwab in the game. He's playing slot left side. Neild remains far to the right. Cash Lancaster slot right. Schwab in motion to set up trips to that side. Quarterback keeper off the fake play, at the fake handoff, and another tackle for loss. Smith McClure goes down to the backfield, and now you're starting to see why this Powell defense's run defense has been so good.
Well, Wisniewski again, back-to-back tackles for loss. Watch number 3. In fact, this should be a great angle as he goes in there and takes care of business.
Wisniewski averages 21 defensive points a game, Dal. That's the number 1 in the 3A class. And you can see why after back-to-back TFLs.
And this is the first 3rd down of this drive.
They got 13, maybe 14 yards to go. Shotgun, empty backfield. Smith McClure to throw. Steps up in the pocket, has some grass, will have to run. Breaks a couple tackles, but is finally brought down near the 30. He's going to be short of the first down, Dal, but enough to make this a manageable 4th down attempt.
Going to pick up about 8 yards. And as you mentioned, Duke, that's going to make kind of in that no man's land. This is probably in Christoph Bueller's range. But do you want to do that at this point? Coach Young typically is just going to go for it here, and looks like that's what he's going to do.
4th and 4 now from the Powell 31-yard line. Defense looking for a stop. The Braves offense want to convert. Smith McClure in the shotgun. 2 receivers on both sides. 1 across the formation of motion. That's Cash Lancaster. Trips. Look left. Throw out to Neild. He's open. Caught for the first down. Bryson out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. They motioned away from the throw, and Bryson Neild just on the easy out route, man-to-man coverage, and moves the chains.
Alex Jordan takes him out of bounds, but that's a lot of room to work with for this passing game. They've really worked on this. That's kind of easy money at this point, and a nice gainer there from the 41 to the 23, gain of 18 yards.
Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. Clock still scoreless on this opening drive of a big game in the 3A West. 8:23 to play in the first quarter. Smith McClure in at quarterback. Jaden Crook, the lone back to his right hip. McClure will throw. Under pressure. Steps up again. Rolls to his right. Looking downfield. Has a man. Almost had Gaskell down the field, but just outside of Gaskell's long wingspan, and it's going to be incomplete.
You mentioned it, Duke, just a little bit too far out in front, but that's where you want to put it, because you look at who is in coverage there for the Panthers. That was Trey Stenerson. He's their leading receiver, one of the top receivers in the state, number 10, and you don't want to give him any chance to intercept this ball. So placement-wise, I guess I like where that ball was. Didn't work out as far as the reception is concerned, but Stenerson didn't take it either.
Double tight ends on the left side this time. Colgren across the formation of motion. Throw to Bailey. Looks for the edge. Cuts upfield. Slips but keeps his feet up and runs ahead to the 15-yard line. Good pickup for Bailey on the left side edge after the reception. They'll give him 8, maybe 9. They'll say 8. 3rd and 2 to go.
So a couple of receptions, 18 yards. Actually make that 17 yards for Bailey Calgren, and this has been a nice drive so far. The Braves now with 3rd and short. They were turned away on 3rd down last time, but converted on 4th.
I formation, Hilton, bread and butter to Levitt. Has the first down and more. Jesse inside the 10, and the Braves 1st and goal after another Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down, working inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone.
We'll call it about 5 yards, Duke.
No huddle offense. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Tristan Hilton under center again in the bunch set. Goal line, 1st and goal from the 9. Bread and butter, other side. Levitt breaks through, hit at the 5, lunges for the goal line. He'll be stopped short, but Levitt a nice pickup on 1st and goal, and it's 2nd and goal from inside the 5 down to about the 2.
About 9 yards on that one.
Actually put him at the 1.
I like that quick huddle, but they actually made the personnel change. There's a timeout here called by the Panthers.
We'll take it back in 60. 2nd and goal for the Braves. Actually, we'll take a 30-second timeout as the Braves have 1 yard to go to take a touchdown on the SBI Sports Network. Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Hey, Braves fans, now you can follow your favorite players during the game.
This personnel transition they made, Smith McClure has been the quarterback moving down here, but then they kind of went to a more heavy package, that bread and butter with Tristan Hilton. And Tristan has been kind of in that role since he was a sophomore. Now he's a senior, looking to finish this thing off now with second and goal.
From the 1 yard line, they do keep that package out there. Everybody up really close to the line of scrimmage this time. Quarterback sneak up the middle. That should be a touchdown. Wait for the signal. There it is. Braves score on the opening drive, and with 7:05 to go, they march down the field in the first quarter and take a 6-0 lead.
That's the 5th rushing touchdown of the season for Tristan Hilton, and this is just old-fashioned high school Wyoming football. You put your big guys up front, you get a good push. You got a 210-pound quarterback, and you just puts it in the end zone. Philadelphia has been doing it in the NFL all season long.
Christoph Bueller for the ensuing PAT. Snap, pull, kick is almost blocked. I don't know how it wasn't blocked.
I don't either.
Deep in the backfield was Wisniewski, and man, he was there for the taking on that one, but it sneaks by him somehow.
You got to give Cooper Lancaster a lot of credit for holding that thing.
Yeah, 7-0 Braves lead back in 30 on the SVI Sports Network. It's sale time at Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home in Afton. Stop by the showroom located half a block south of the Elkhorn Arch and take advantage of carpet, pad, and labor for only $2.99 per square foot. LVP is also on sale with the product available for $2.99 per square foot. Battleson Brothers also has carpet remnants available. That's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home, open in Afton, just south of the Arch.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
On behalf of Bank of Star Valley, we'd like to congratulate Bailey Calgren as being the Man of the Week. Congratulations, Bailey.
Bailey Calgren, son of Zach and Amy Calgren, senior, Bedford.
Good punt off the low snap, fielded on the run, up to the 40, a broken tackle to the 50. Here's Calgren, up to the 30, pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Beautiful return from Bailey Calgren. Braves march right down the field and score on their opening drive. Here's the ensuing kickoff with a 7-0 lead. The kickoff is fumbled but picked up, and a knee is down by the returner as he picks it up. Caden Nelson with no return on the kickoff, and so it will be 1st and 10 Powell. Let's send it out to Jake Hibbert real quick for an update on Mountain View Cokeville. Jake.
Yeah, well, it was a battle of number 1 versus number 5. Number 1 is going to get through. That right there, like Caleb Early busting through the line against Cokeville. Final score there, 17-6. Mountain View still undefeated. Back to you.
Thank you, Jake. Cokeville homecoming. We expected a low-scoring one, and it was. Powell here, trailing now 7-0 on their opening drive of the game, and Panthers backed up. This is 1st and 10 from their own 10 after the kickoff was mishandled, and a knee went down. They'll throw on 1st down, pump fake, roll out, left side, now go down the field and just throwing it away. Good job by Jet Schwann to avoid the sack, almost into the end zone, and now a late flag is on the play. That came in well after the play. 2nd down pending.
Say Cooper Lawson, Big Country, was there providing some pressure. Schwann did probably the only thing he could do really was throw it away. And it looks like, is that an ineligible man downfield?
Yep.
What happens on those plays, Duke, is the offensive linemen, they kind of start creeping up the field. And unfortunately for the Panthers, they're going to get dinged for a penalty, and now they're really backed up at their own 5.
So 1st and 15 now with the nose of the football on the 5. And the Powell offense has a 95-yard field in front of them here early in the first quarter. 6:53 to go in this quarter. Schwann will hand off this time, and he goes ahead for a very short gain, if anything. In fact, pulled backwards, and not much to do there for the run game that time.
Garrett Carlson, 74, and then Simon Gaskell was right there. You talked to Simon before the game, number 36, and looks like they're just going to say no gain there.
2nd and 15 from the 5. Clock rolls at 6:27 to go in this first quarter. Braves scored on their opening drive. Marched down the field methodically, converted a 4th down on the drive as well, and then a 1-yard touchdown run on a sneak from Tristan McClure. Man in motion for Schwann. He'll hand it off to his tailback again. He will get a couple positive yards, but Clay Merritt clogged the hole, wrapped him up, and brought him down for a short gain.
Trevin Abraham just trying to give his team a little bit of room to work with, and
He didn't get too much, about a yard. Again, if there's another name that you recognize toting the rock for the Powell Panthers, the Abrahams have done that for quite a number of years as well.
So again, Jet Schwan will break his huddle with a 3rd and long, 13 yards to go with the ball down at the 7-yard line. Shotgun for Schwan. And again, he'll have 2 running backs, Seifert one of them. Schwan will throw in the end zone, airs it up, has a man caught, and he will be to the first down and brought down. Big number 40, that's Zane Graft, caught it between the hashes, and they move the chains on 3rd and long inside the 10.
That's a heck of a catch because Wiley Wilkes, number 48, and Cash Lancaster converged right there, and we saw Cash dislodge a couple of them last week. This time, as you mentioned, Graft holding tight and moving the chains.
Powell gets themselves out of the hole. Now they push the football up to their own 22-yard line. Split backs in the shotgun once again. Jet Schwan waits for the snap. High snap, turns, pitches to the outside. Looking for the corner is Seifert, and they're going to blow this play dead. Flag on the play. It developed quite a bit before it was blown dead, and it will be probably a false start would be my guess. And it's actually an offsides. Offsides on the defense. So a free 5 yards for Powell, and that pushes them up to the 27-yard line, 1st and 5.
So this shows you how the momentum can shift. Powell, a couple minutes ago, backed up on their own 5-yard line, a conversion, a penalty. Now they got something to work with here on their own 27.
Clock down to 5 minutes and counting in our first quarter on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Braves still leading 7-0. First drive of the game for the Panthers. Turn, handoff, and a hit in the backfield and brought down for no gain or a short gain. That was Seifert again on the carry.
And Simon says no. It's a great tackle from number 36. Watch here on the Fall River Propane replay. He comes in, gets an ankle, does not let go. It's a great job by Simon Gaskell.
No gain, 2nd and 5, 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Ball still spotted, left side hash mark on the Powell 27-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Panthers. Same formation, Abraham and Seifert. Now Abraham motions out. Schwan will throw, steps up, throws it, has a man caught, first down, ball's knocked out. It may be a fumble, they do call it incomplete. Again, coming up to lay the wood is a Braves defender. This time Bryson Neild comes up with the hit to dislodge the ball.
We talked about it just a minute ago. This is looks like it's going to be a good catch. Yeah, Bryson Neild putting the wood to that. And we saw that a couple of times with Cash Lancaster last week. This time he forces 3rd down. And now the Panthers, they've kind of had that guy open in the flat. We'll see if they go there again.
2 receivers to the right side for Jet Schwan in the shotgun. Tight end to the left. Schwan looks to throw on a rollout right. Looking downfield, still rolling. Now he tucks it and runs. Will have a first down. He picked up about 6 yards. Big collision near the sideline. He needed 5, and Schwan gets 6.
Thought he went down a little awkwardly there, but looks like none the worse for wear. So back-to-back 3rd down conversions here for the Panthers. They keep things rolling.
Under 4 minutes to go now in the opening quarter.
See Garrett Carlson pulling him down there at the end, but not before he gets the first down yardage.
They'll spot the ball up to the 33-yard line. Braves holding on to a 7-0 lead. Powell started this drive at the 10. The penalty put him back to the 5. Back-to-back 3rd down conversions has him 1st and 10 at their own 33. Here's a handoff in the backfield. Side step, about a yard is all on the carry, maybe 2, up to about the 35-yard line.
Tough sled, and the Braves were on that one like a bugs on a bumper. Just not a lot of room to operate there for number 34, Cody Seifert.
Seifert to the sideline to get the call from the coaching staff as we roll down to 3:10 in a very quick first quarter. Just clipping right along this afternoon. And looking at now 2nd and 8 for the Powell Panthers. 2 receivers left. Alex Jordan split wide. Handoff to Wisniewski, and he gets positive yards for about 5 up to near the 40. To make it another 3rd down for the Panthers.
Jesse Levitt pulling him down, but a nice gainer for Wisniewski. And that'll set up 3rd and short. Those are so important on a running type of team to get positive yards on 2nd down to set this up. 3rd and long is just you don't want to do that too many times.
Well, they've converted back-to-back third down conversions. Let's see if they can do it again or if the Braves can get a stop here. 3rd down and 3 from the Star Valley 4-yard line. 2:25 to go. Snap over the head of the quarterback. He picks it up. He rolls. He throws. It's in the dirt. Incomplete. And a high snap ruins the play for the Panthers, and it's 4th and 3.
Jesse Levitt back there providing the pressure. The snaps have been a little high, but I was going to mention something, but I thought, maybe it's just jitters because they're backed up, but they were able to get out of the shadow of their own end zone, but it eventually cost them here just through the hands of Jet Schwan.
Zane Kraft will come in to punt this away now on 4th and 3. Looks like Jaden Crook back to return this as the lone man. They'll go kind of a prevent punt return just in case Powell tries to sneak across the line on a 3-yard to go, 4th and 3. They will snap in a direct punt, high end over end. Crook will call for the fair catch, and he'll have it at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Braves.
It's a good defensive stand for Star Valley, but I think you also got to think if you're Powell, you were backed up to the 5, you converted a couple of thirds. I think you kind of proved that you can move the ball a bit. You just don't want to have to go 95 yards, and that's just plain old football right there.
Star Valley offense back on the field after they drove nearly about 80 yards last time to get a touchdown. 2:13 to go in this first quarter, and Star Valley's offense back out there.
And it was a nice blend of run and pass, dude. Of course, the big play, that 25-yarder to Jaden Crook, but the Braves got 60 yards through the air on that initial drive.
Smith McClure to play quarterback. They'll have a bunch tight ends on the right side, one receiver to the left. Hard count, McClure will hand off to Levitt, looks to the bunch side, has some blockers, tripped up and falls forward. Gets about 5 yards, up to about the 30-yard line for Jesse to give him 4 is what they say.
It's kind of a patient run there for Jesse. I like it. We saw how explosive he was last week against Evanston. He was hard to bring down. Might have ran out of his shoe here. Looks like he's going to stay in, though.
Smith McClure also stays in. Levitt with him in the backfield along with Crook. Now Levitt's actually going to sub out, and Crook will take his spot. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 tight ends to the right side. Smith McClure in the shotgun. He'll throw. Sets up the out again to Crook, and this time they just missed on it. He had to get rid of that quicker than he normally would because of the pressure, and Jaden wasn't quite ready.
Yeah, that's a great analysis, Duke. Yeah, the pressure from the D-line of Powell made Smith get rid of that. Colin Wilson, number 54, was in there, and he was trying to maybe throw it with some touch, but Jaden hadn't even looked around yet. The odds of that getting completed were pretty slim.
3rd and 6 is what this is after the incompletion. Crook remains in the backfield. Bunch tight ends around the line of scrimmage. Colgren in motion. Smith will throw. Step back, has the screen to Crook. Has some room. Will have the first down and pushed out of bounds about the 40-yard line, but it is enough to move the chains for a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down.
Now move from the 30 up to the 41. Gain of 11 for Jaden Crook. So he's up to 36 yards on 2 receptions. We've seen Jaden get some catches, Duke, but really nothing of substance. I would argue this has probably been the most effective receiving yardage he's had all season to this point.
Jesse Levitt back in the game. Dayton Schwab comes in as well to play slot left. Up there, flanked wide left, is going to be Porter Merritt. Cash Lancaster across the formation. McClure will throw again. Goes short. Caught on the out route by Neild. He's bumped out of bounds shy of the 50. It's going to be about a 7-yard gain on the reception for Bryson.
Yeah, Bryson was reaching for midfield, but must have had a foot on the line here. The official going to spot him, looks like the 48.
2nd and 3 with 1:20 to go in this opening quarter. A real fast opening quarter.
Boy, you're right.
7-0, Star Valley on top. McClure remains in the shotgun. Throws ahead to Bailey. Lost the ball. There's a flag on the play. I think Bailey's going to fall on it and recover it. That might be an incomplete pass,
it
actually.
Is. That's why I wanted to throw that out there kind of early on. That's a forward pass. It's got a little more modified version of the shovel pass. You're using 2 hands. So if it does hit the ground, it is considered an incomplete pass. But you're going to have a chop block here against the Braves. That's a serious penalty. Those are big ones. 15 yards, I think, from the spot of the foul. The flag's sitting at the 50. I don't know if that's exactly where he meant to throw it or if it's going to be farther back than that, but it's going to be a big penalty.
They were looking at just a couple yards to go to convert. The penalty is going to push Star Valley all the way back to their own 36-yard line. It will remain second down with minute 15 to go in the first quarter, and the ball spotted on the 36-yard line. Second down and about 15 to go. Smith McClure remains shotgun quarterback, 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Levitt in the backfield on this play. McClure will throw, steps up, pressure almost had him, but he got away from it. Smith now will run, tucks it up to the 40, bounces to the 45, and good hard running for Smith McClure. When the pocket collapsed on him, he does get up to the 46 to make it third and a manageable situation here. About 48 seconds and counting.
About 10 yards there for Smith McClure. He's already shown a real good talent to step up inside the pocket. The one thing I would say difference between him and his brother is Smith's a bit faster. He's actually clocked the fastest 40 on this team, and you saw a little bit of it there. But he's going to have to be careful when you get out in the open field like that and they converge against a team like Powell. They can really put a hit on you, and that was a pretty good hit there at the 46.
A big mass substitution as Coach Young sends in his big boy set here on a 3rd and 5. Hilton under center, I formation, bread and butter. Levitt looks, pounding his way forward. Might have got that extra surge, and he did. The ball comes out, though, and Panthers say they have it. It was a first down, no signal, and there it is. It is a fumble, and it's Powell Panther football with 6.3 to play in the first. The Panthers recover it inside their own 50.
Jesse really striving to get some extra yardage here. Gained about 6, moved the chains. But as you can see, lost the ball. The official's right there to call it. And I think you just got to live with that. Obviously, you don't want to turn it over, but it's going to happen on occasion. But the Panthers with a big turnover they needed.
Last play of this first quarter, Panthers now in good field position. 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line, trailing 7-0. Schwann, quarterback keeper, runs up the middle with blockers, spins, wrapped up around his ankles, and falls across the 50. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Braves lead 7-0 in a 2 versus 3 matchup in the 3A West, live on the SBI Sports Network.
That drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Live coverage of Braves football continues now on the SBI Sports Network.
Right before the first quarter, Braves fumbled near midfield. Panthers recover it, and it's second down to go for the Panthers. Now driving towards the south end zone at the Star Valley 49-yard line. Braves up 7-0.
Talking to the stat guys up here, Duke, they say Trey Stenerson credited with the fumble recovery.
Schwann in the backfield, shotgun again with Stiford and Abraham with him. Split backs, high snap, and he brings it down. Schwann will throw, quick throw, caught and tackled shy of the first down. They'll get it to about the 46-yard line is all on the short reception for Wisniewski. Actually, Whitlock on the reception.
First time we've seen Whitlock.
3rd down and 4 to go. Got to imagine this is 4-down territory for the Panther offense inside the Braves territory on their end of the 50.
Well, you'd hate to get such good field position and come away with nothing. This is a big play.
3rd down and 3 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right side for Schwann in the shotgun. Jet will throw. Goes left, has a man on the curl route, but just missed him. It's incomplete. Tried to find Alex Jordan. And Jordan, a big, tall kid, but he couldn't quite put it in there, and it's 4th down.
Kind of squirted out of his hands. I'm sure he'd like another chance at that. And I'm with you, Duke. I think this is 4-down territory all the way, especially where the Braves were moving anyway. Of course, you know what? Coach Kistler's won a lot more games than I have. Maybe he's going to try and pin the Braves deep and see what his defense can do.
Well, it looks like the offense will stay out. Of course, Jet Schwan is the punter. So that opens up pretty much everything for you in this situation. But it looks like they will just line up and play offense here. 4th down and 4. Remember, the Braves converted on a 4th and 4 on their touchdown drive. They go hard count. The Braves jump, but not enough. They don't call it. Now they snap it, and they will just pooch kick it. And a quick kick to the quarterback. It's going to take a nice bounce at the 10-5 and just roll into the end zone. They almost got down there. Just into it was Evan Whitlock, and that almost was down at the 1.
And Alex Jordan right there at the end as well. Holy cow, that was... He broke out the pitching wedge on that one and just about stuck it inside the 5.
See Whitlock there.
Oh, sorry. You're right, Duke. That is.
Yeah, and he does touch it when it's across the goal line.
Man, how about a shout-out to our camera crew tonight? They are doing awesome. Had that terrific replay with the fumble recovery, the fumble loss. You have that view right there. Just a fantastic job by our crew. They really work hard to bring you these images, and they deserve a lot of credit.
And they're happy it's sunny today.
Yeah, much better than last week.
Little improved from a week ago. Here we go, Star Valley football back after they forced the Powell offense into a 3-and-out after they got their own turnover on the fumble. Here's a quarterback keeper. No, they do. That's the second week in a row they've got me on that. It was Jesse Levitt on the handoff. He goes right side for about 2 yards. 10:54 to go before halftime in this second quarter. Braves still up 7-0.
And you know, Duke, sometimes it's just a little thing, and maybe I'm overplaying it, but after a fumble, you can say, go right back out there and give the guy the ball. It's like, we still have confidence in you. Go out and do your job.
Ball spotted at the Star Valley 23-yard line. McClure sends Colgren across the formation. McClure will keep it and will get bumped at the line of scrimmage, fall ahead for a short gain, give him about 2 to set up 3rd down and 5. Clock rolls down to 10:22 to play in the second quarter.
I'm going to give him about 1. There's a look at your stats there from Battleson Brothers Carpet One Battle Stats. And a big 3rd down here. Panthers with a chance to maybe get the ball back in good position if they can force a Star Valley punt.
Flanked wide to the left, way out there is Bryson Neal. Up top, I believe, is Weeblehouse. Here's a play action. Goes to Neal. Open on the slant and has the 1st down. Brought down around the 40-yard line. And as mentioned, Bryson was way out there away from his lineman, and he just went slant. Smith found him, moved the chains on a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton 1st down.
15 yards there. Bryson's now got 3 catches, totaling 40 yards. And that is a big 3rd down conversion. The Panthers had a great shot there to maybe flip the field, and now the Braves get another series.
Neal split wide left once again. Bunch tight ends over to the right side. Under center this time for the Braves offense. Handoff to up the middle. And looks like it's going to be Levitt, I believe, on the carry. And he get 10 yards on that. Misdirection in the backfield, and Jesse all the way up near midfield.
They fooled me, too. I thought Jaden Crook had it. Number 24 going around the outside. Cody Seifert was not fooled, but he was playing quarterback middle linebacker, so didn't get a chance to bring down Jesse Levitt until midfield.
So a 9.5-yard gain, 2nd down and very short, just shy of the 50-yard line. Smith in the shotgun, play action, under pressure, and he's sacked. Smith McClure taken back down all the way inside the 40-yard line on a big Powell defensive play.
And I would imagine the student section in Powell goes Shoopman for this guy. Seston Shoopman comes in, number 62, and spins him down for what ends up being almost a 10-yard loss.
He'll say forward progress, spots him at the 41-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Star Valley offense, and the second time out of the game taken by Coach Young. We'll take it as well. Braves up 7-0, 8:28 to go in the second on the SBI Sports Network.
So my name is Jen Johnson, and I'm the head teller here at the bank. So I really enjoyed getting to know the people that work here. I feel like we're a really good team. I've made some friendships here. I feel like we're all really supportive of each other, and I feel valued as a team member, and those efforts are recognized and appreciated. When you call the Bank of Star Valley, you talk to one of us. You don't get a call center in another state. You don't get an automated system. It's one of us that are there to help you.
LCSD2's transportation department is now hiring route and activity drivers. The route driver is 7 hours per school day with medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system, while the activity driver is full-time, 40 hours per week, mostly on weekends, including medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system. The bus aide is 5 hours per school day, $16 per hour with paid training. Visit lcsd2.org for details and to apply. That's lcsd2.org.
Here's Duke Dance, Al Erickson, and the SVI Sports Crew with more live coverage of Braves football.
There's a look at, again, that fumble that occurred a few moments ago. Powell recovers it, but the Braves defense steps up, forced the Panthers to punt around midfield, and here we go. Star Valley has it now 3rd and 9 after a Powell sack. Smith McClure remains quarterback. Hard count, takes the snap, looks to throw, steps up, center field, has a man to Nield, and he missed him. Oh, Bryson Nield was all alone, running the seam down the middle, and there is a flag in the backfield, well, right around the line of scrimmage.
Typically, that's in the place of a holding. Yeah, they got what they wanted. That was a great call from the staff. Just Smith didn't quite put it on the money.
And holding would have taken it away anyway. So.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that's what Powell did here is they declined, so it's now 4th down.
Out comes Christoph Bueller to punt this one away. Looks like Jordan Lareo and Cody Seifert back to return this punt.
If you can help it, I wouldn't kick it to, I don't know about the one kid, but I wouldn't kick it to 34.
Here's a clean snap, clean punt, low line driver. It's going to be fielded and muffed and then going down for it. And it was Cody Seifert on the punt return for no return.
Dane Schwab was right there uncovered.
Tried to catch it low and couldn't quite haul it in, so he just fell on the football.
I like the idea of not kicking right to him, though. I like that. It made it a little more difficult, and then he just had to smother it. Great job by Dane Schwab to be right there and force the coverage. And pretty good punt there from Christoph Bueller. That'll set up shop here for the Panthers at their own 24.
Clock sitting at 8:17 to go before halftime. Braves scored on their opening drive of the game, and that's the only points we've seen so far. 7-0 Star Valley on top. Here come the Powell Panthers again with Jet Schwan in the shotgun and the same formation with Abraham and Seifert with him in the backfield. High snap again, but a flag on the play to blow this one dead. It's going to be a false start on the offense. That pushes Powell inside their own 20.
This is where I might say something that a real coach would say. That guy doesn't know what he's talking about, but that might not be a bad penalty. Maybe a real coach would be like, "You're an idiot."
Well, it was a high snap, and it could have been bad.
Yeah, it could have been. So at least now you get to restart and get your bearings. Got a little more yardage in front of you now.
Now at their own 18-yard line. 1st and 15 for the Powell offense. Schwan shotgun. Again, split backs with Abraham and Seifert. Seifert motions out. Handoff to Abraham. Tries to bounce. And he can't get much. The Braves defense swarm and smother and stopped around the 20 for a short gain.
That's a very good description. Just nowhere to go.
Spot the ball just shy of the 20.
As of right now, I've got Coach Merritt's defense, 8 rushes, 18 yards for the Panthers. I think he's got to be pretty pleased with the rushing defense to this point.
Trey Stenderson flanked out wide left side for the Powell Panthers. Here's a handoff again to Seifert. He tries the left edge, but again, the defense is there to stack him up, and it's just a short gain, and that will set up 3rd down and 10+ to go.
The first person I saw getting the contact was number 70. That is Ryan Talbot.
Clock down to 7:20. The Braves defense looking for their 2nd consecutive 3 and out if they can force the Panthers to punt here inside their own territory.
I've got Powell 2 of 3 on 3rd down in this half.
They'll actually call this one 3rd and 12 now. Shotgun for Jet Schwan, 2 receivers to his left side. Tight end that same side, motion out of Seifert. Schwan will throw, looks left, now flushed out of the pocket, sets his feet, throws to an open man and missed him. He had Trey Stenderson across his body, threw it behind Stenderson. That would have been a 1st down, but they can't connect, and that's 4th and long.
Well, that would have been at least a 1st down. Stenderson had kind of found an open spot in the defense. He was all alone. He might have gotten clear past midfield or more if he would have been able to have a better chance to catch that. That's a big missed opportunity for this Powell offense.
Colgren and Crook back to return. They're standing just inside their own 40. And a punting situation here. Zane Graft will punt away again for the Panthers. Here's the snap, clean. Punt is a high, wobbly spiral.
Wow.
Going to be over to the sideline, bounce to the 50, take a Star Valley bounce, and roll all the way down to the 45-44 before the Panthers can get there and down it. So great field position for the Braves after a not great punt by the Panthers.
I'm always amazed, though, when you get a big linebacker, tight end type to get out there and then they just kick a nice, pretty ball. It's like, what, you can do everything? That's not fair. I mean, it wasn't a very long punt, but I think just only because it didn't turn over.
Yeah, it was just that sideways spiral, and then it got the reverse bounce on it.
Yeah, very easily could have bounced the other way and gotten another 15 yards.
Here's 1st and 10 for the Braves. Colgren in motion. Throw to Bailey. Has Levitt to block. Big collision on the block. Ooh. Bulls through it, and Levitt's finally brought down for a short gain. That was a huge collision by Jesse Levitt and Schwann.
And tell you what, pretty physical quarterback there, isn't he, Jet Schwann? Watch number 1. Boom!
Colgren does get across the 45 to the 43 for a 2-yard gain on the reception. So 2nd down and 8 to go inside Panther territory. 6:15 to go before halftime. Double backs in the backfield with Hilton under center. Play action. Tristan Rolls being pursued. Throws to the flat and over his head. He had Jaden Crook out on the flat. And there's a late flag on the play. Well after in the backfield back to around where Hilton threw the ball.
Huh.
I didn't see what happened because it was, I watched the ball. It's going to be.
Well, you had Wyatt Blackmore back there.
Blocking the back is what they call.
I see he was back there forcing some pressure. And I think what happened here, Duke, is Blackmore got away from the initial block. And then as he was turning to go after Tristan Hilton, I think the lineman might have got one more shove into his back.
Here's a look at it on the Fall River Propane replay as the penalty pushes the Braves back into their own side of the field. They'll be set up on a 2nd and long here, about 18 yards to go.
There it is right there.
2nd and 18 from their own 48 now. McClure back in to play shotgun. Play action, roll right. Throws into the flat, another miscue in the passing game. Trying to hit Canyon Hurd in the flat, and it's just behind him. Canyon tries to scoop it up, but can't. 3rd and long.
A lot of the passing plays that the Braves have run the last couple of years have looked really crisp. That one looked like a new play that needs a few more reps. That one didn't look quite right.
6:01 to play in this second quarter. Star Valley still up 7-0, but now facing a 3rd and 18. This drive started at the 45. They had great field position after the punt. Now they go trips to the left side. Levitt in the backfield. Smith McClure in the shotgun. Smith rolls to his left under pressure, steps up, now rolls again, still being chased. He'll have to tuck it and run, and brought down across the 50. Gets positive yards, but nowhere near a 1st down. And so you are kind of in that no man's land, but it's going to be 4th and 12. We'll see what Coach Young does.
You know, traditional conservative football tells, in this situation with the lead at home, a running clock, you punt this and make the other team go the length of the field and then kind of reset things where you can in the second half. In high school, they kind of fudge that sometimes, but it looks like it's going to punt.
Yeah. Out to kick it away is Bueller. Good spiral kick, low again. Fielded by Seifert inside the 10. Breaks loose up to the 20. Seifert works the sideline near the 30, and he's hit hard and brought down. Going to be a flag on the play from the far side official. And so we'll see what this call is.
Jaden Crook and Seifert collided. That was a pretty big hit.
That was Hayden Morgan out there on the collision, actually. He's the one that came up and...
You mentioned it, though, Duke. It's from the near sideline. I'm not sure what they're calling here.
Well, they're talking to the Powell coaching staff, so this may be against the Braves. See what they call. Here comes the white hat. It's going to be a personal foul and a hit to the helmet.
By the Panthers.
No, on the Braves. Penalty on the Braves.
No, they're backing up the Panthers.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
I didn't see it. I was looking around, but obviously they get that's been a point of emphasis. That's kind of the first big penalty on the Panthers tonight.
It negates a good return.
Yeah, it sure does.
Seifert had it up to the 30. The penalty pushes him back to the 14, so about a 16-yard penalty all said and done.
Especially where this first half has kind of been about field position.
5:11 to go. Still 7-0, Star Valley on top in a low-scoring 3A West battle between the Braves and the Panthers. 1st and 10 for Powell from their own 14-yard line. Motion out of the backfield, and a flag on the play. They let it go out, and a sack, and though he got away from it, Schwann will throw, and he has a man down the field, running down to the 40 and tripped up at the 42. That was going to be a sack, but Schwann spins away, but there is going to be an illegal shift on the Powell offense, and this is coming back.
That would have been a 28-yard gain to Trevin Abraham. Tell you what, you'd better bring Schwann down if you get a chance, because he can do stuff like that.
And here's the spun away from it there. We saw a similar situation for the Braves a couple weeks ago. They had a big play down the field. It was actually touchdown, what was waved off because of illegal motion, and it's usually just get two guys moving at the same time. Timeout taken on the field, 4:59 to go before halftime. Panther timeout, Braves by 7 on SVI.
Live coverage of Star Valley High School sports is provided by The Right Company. HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too big or too small. Red Tail Therapy, strength for everyone. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley sports. Quality Quick Lube, where quality comes quick. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Back after timeout, it's Powell football back in their own territory from their own 15. Here's the 1st and 15. Back-to-back big penalties for the Panthers. Schwann pump fakes, and this time he will be brought down. He went for the pump fake. The coverage was there downfield, and a Brave sack inside the 5.
Cooper Lawson, big country. He's one that eventually gets him down, but Clay Merritt was also right there. I think Clay got there first to flush him out, and then Cooper finished him off. So, yeah, that's a loss of 5.
2nd down and 20 now for the Powell Panthers. They're down to the 4-yard line after that sack from Cooper.
And I'll just say this, look for number 10. That guy's a game breaker.
Trey Stenderson, he's flanked wide left. Schwann to throw, comes to his right, has a man caught at the 12, breaks a tackle, and running up to about the 14-yard line is Alex Jordan to get about to the original line of scrimmage near the 15 to make it 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So a gain of about 11. Nice gainer there for Alex Jordan. And that makes things a little more reasonable here for the Powell offense.
We'll spot him just shy of the 15 to the 14. 3rd and a long 10. Braves, if they can get a stop here, this will be their 3rd consecutive 3-and-out. Man in motion is Wisniewski. Schwann moves to his left, throws into the flat, caught by Wisniewski, but he's hit hard and brought down by none other than Cash Lancaster. He will be stopped shy of the 1st down, but it's close.
It is close.
Looks like he may be just shy a little bit. No flags. We'll see where they spot this. Looks like they're going to measure, actually.
Tell you what, that's a nice tackle from Cash Lancaster, and it's actually closer to the sticks than I thought. So good effort here by Wisniewski.
He needed the 24, and the ball spotted out away from the hashes, between the hash and the sideline. So they're going to come in and measure. And it looks like it will be a 1st down.
Wow.
Just barely. Or is it not? I thought I saw him say 1st down, but it's 4th.
Yeah, sorry, he did put up the...
Okay.
You're right, he did signal that way.
He did kind of signal like a 1st down, but... Oh, we did the fist pump thing. Okay, so it's 4th and short. And, man, if you're Powell, it's tempting to go for it here. This is a big play.
To me, you at least come out and see if you can get the Braves to jump.
Let's see if they snap it or go a hard count. We've seen Jet Schwann kick it. And a timeout taken by the Star Valley defense. 3:05 to go. We'll just take a 30-second timeout, 4th and short, when we come back late in the second quarter on the SVI Sports Network.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive. It's gorgeous, and I get what I want.
I take my Caribou Ford to the Oregon Trail golf course.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I can check out inventory online before I go. Now that's service.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? Satisfaction.
We're Caribou Ford with top awards in the region for customer satisfaction because we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Here's Duke Dance, Al Erickson, and the SVI Sports Crew with more live coverage of Braves football.
The smart timeout taken by Coach Young and Coach Merritt on the defensive side to make sure they're ready for this big 4th down. Powell will come out and line up. You got to be ready for the hard count. Don't jump off sides. We'll see what happens here with Coach Kistler on the call on offense. Schwann in the shotgun. Quarterback keeper of the middle hit. Brought down. He's close. It is really close. He fell forward.
I think
he only needed the 49, and it is right there.
I don't think he got anything.
Well, he didn't need it. It is a first down. Yeah, he only needed the 49, and he fell across
shocked at that.
Well, he fell across the 49. I'm not as shocked, I guess. They spotted up to the 50, or sorry, to the 25. He only needed the 24.
I'm just saying, you look where he's laying. He's a yard short. That's just my 2 cents, but I'm not down there.
1st and 10 from the 25. They do convert on 4th and short. 2:28 to go before halftime. Powell looking for their first points. They go deep down the field and overthrown and incomplete. On the coverage was Porter Merritt. 2nd and 10.
Jaden Crook coming over also to check in on that play.
Just overthrown and not able to get under it. 2:23 before halftime. And the ball back to their own 25-yard line. Clock will stop, of course, with the incompletion, so Powell has no rush here. They huddle up. They'll break it with Alex Jordan flanked wide to the left. Whitlock to the right. They go screen play, caught by Seifert. He'll look for the sideline. He's hit and brought down for no gain on the play. Maybe just one is all on the out screen to the tailback.
Good job of the Braves flocking to that ball. Wiley Wilkes credited for that stop.
And another 3rd down. 3rd down and about 9 yards to go.
Well, the Panthers, I've got them 2 of 5 on 3rd down and then 1 for 1 on 4th down. So they've been able to move the ball. This one, they're going to need a good chunk.
3rd and 9. 2:15 to go in the first half. Schwann to throw under pressure, rolls, and he's brought down. A sack by the defense. Cooper Lawson again will get the sack.
That's his 2nd time on this possession that he has brought them down. The Braves are trying to get a timeout, I believe.
Well, they don't have any. They've used all 3. I don't think they have any.
It's not my job.
All right. I miscounted somewhere. They give him the timeout. So 2:01 to play. Braves will get the ball back on 4th down and long. Back in 30 on the SVI Sports Network.
Repeat after me. No stress with Point S.
No stress with Point S.
Because it's a one-stop auto shop that allows me to easily schedule appointments online.
Avail Valley Construction is hiring and a great place for high school seniors to enter the workforce after graduation. Multiple positions are open with competitive pay right out of high school. To learn more about a rewarding career for those of any age, visit availvalley.com.
This is Jesse Levitt, and you're watching Braves football on SVI Media.
After the Star Valley timeout, it's 4th down and 12. I miscounted. Star Valley did have one final timeout. So 2:01 to go before halftime, and Powell will punt. And Braves will have time to work with 2:01 to go before half and a 7-point lead. Here's the snap. Graft will kick. High end over end this time, and nobody will call for it. Bouncing at the 50, and we'll take a kind of roll down to the 46, and it will be down there. 1st and 10 for the Braves at the 46-yard line.
Good field position here for Star Valley, though. And you look at that whole sequence, Duke. The Braves kind of had good position, but, do they go for it at midfield? Instead, you punt it. You try and pin them deep. Things took a little longer than maybe what they wanted, but ultimately they're back here near midfield, 1:50. Don't have any timeouts left, but still plenty of time to see if they can put some points on the board before the half.
They'll come out with Smith McClure to play quarterback at their own 46-yard line. Sends a man in motion. It's Bailey. Throw ahead to Colgren. Looks for the edge, and the defense is there waiting for that play. Bailey will get up for about 2 yards, but that's it. And Star Valley's going to have to go no huddle with the clock rolling down to 1:38.
Zane Graft in there, main guy. Bailey had to kind of reach back and secure that, which is good, but I think it cost him a yard or two on progression.
2nd down and 8. Again, Smith McClure in the shotgun. They're lined up, but moving some men around. Time ticking down to 1:22 to go. Again, Star Valley's out of timeouts. Here's the snap to Smith. Curl route caught by Crook. Looks for the sideline upfield, and Crook actually cuts it back to the 30. Now he's running down to the 20. He is going to be brought down inside the Crimson zone, down to the 19-yard line. I thought he was just going to run out of bounds to stop the clock. He fooled me and the defense, and down to the 19.
Well, he gets a nice block here from Bryson Neal. In fact, Bryson blocking all the way down the field. And that helps set that up clear to the 19. Gain of 23.
Now the Braves in business. The clock does stop to set the chains. McClure now throws into the end zone, and it's a touchdown! Wow. Went to Bryson Nield on the back shoulder. He cut inside the defender, caught it, and he's in for 6. 52 seconds to go before halftime, and the Braves score again.
There's some pretty good fighting going on here between Bryson and... Can't see that number that was covering him. In fact, the Powell defender, number 14, Alex Jordan, saying he thinks maybe offensive PI. The official does not agree. It's a 19-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Smith McClure to Bryson Neal.
It turned out the Braves didn't need the timeouts on the 2-minute drill. They went 54 yards and score with 52 seconds remaining. Ensuing PAT from Christoph Bueller. Here's the snap, good, hold good, kick up and good. 14-0 Braves on the SBI Sports Network. Officials are meeting at the goal line. And it's going to be roughing the kickers, what this call is going to be against Powell. So we'll see what Coach Young does. Are they going to enforce this on the kickoff maybe, Dow? I think that looks like this is what they're going to do.
I think that's how that's going to work.
So the PAT will stand and will enforce this on the kickoff. 52 seconds remain in the first half. Back in 30 seconds on SBI.
You're watching Star Valley High School football on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley gets into the end zone on their first drive of the game, and then they do so again just before halftime to take a 14-0 lead over the visiting Powell Panthers. 52 seconds remain. There was a roughing the kicker call, a penalty against the Panthers on the PAT, which was good. So they take the PAT and enforce the penalty on the kickoff. So Bueller, who's can get a touchback from the 40 anyways, now to the opposite 45.
Yeah,
and I'm sure this may just go through the uprights.
Yeah, the Bueller family might end up buying a bus window on this one.
He's kicking to the north towards the bus garage for LCSD 2. Here comes Kristoff, and he'll kick off, and it will just go into the end zone, and it looks like it was wide right. Have the distance, but not the accuracy.
Now that's funny. They had a kid hiding behind the tree. What did they? Have they been there the whole time, like Children of the Corn thing, or what?
We'll see what the Panthers can do here. Powell has one timeout. 52 seconds. They've been able to move the football against the Braves defense at times, but Dowd, it's been tough. A number of 3-and-outs in the first half. They were sacked a couple of times on that last drive. We'll see how aggressive they are here with 52 seconds to play.
Well, offensively, they've held the Panthers to just 56 yards of offense in this first half, but that can change quickly.
Here's Schwann. He'll throw a pitch out, looking to Abraham, who can't get the corner. Great job by the defense to stretch it out. It was Jesse Levitt who stretched that out to the sideline, didn't let Abraham get upfield, and then out of nowhere comes Wiley Wilkes to push him out of bounds.
Looks like it's actually Seifert with that carry. They're going to give him maybe half a yard.
Yeah, 2nd and a long 9. The out-of-bounds run does make it 46 seconds to go. The clock will stop. Star Valley up 14-0. Tristan Hilton on the quarterback sneak for the first touchdown from a yard away. And then the touchdown pass to Bryson Neal on the second one. Here's a handoff up the middle and nowhere to go. A short loss on the play, back to the 20-yard line on the carry.
Garrett Carlson, Simon Gaskell, Jesse Levitt in there.
No timeout taken by Coach Kistler. And with an 80-yard field in front of him and a 3rd and 10, he's going to let clock expire. And now a timeout will be called. Interesting to call it at that point. We'll take it as well. Back in 60 on SBI.
Did you know you can manage your healthcare from anywhere? Whether you're at home, work, or on the go, our free MyChart patient portal makes it super simple to stay in the know and connected. You can request and manage appointments, renew your prescriptions, and view your test results. You can also message your care team right from MyChart. It's your healthcare all in one powerful patient portal. To sign up and get started, go to starvalleyhealth.org.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera.
The world needs more cowboys.
3rd and 10 for the Panthers. Schwann goes play action, roll out left, fire to the sideline, through the hands of Trey Stenderson and incomplete. He was trying to catch that just at the first down marker. Little high, but right through his hands, and it's 4th and 10 with the clock stopped at 18 seconds.
It's been a game of inches tonight for that Powell passing game. They've had a couple of instances where it looks like the receiver's just that close to reeling in the catch, just a little bit too much out far in front.
Well, Powell will have to punt again after another 3-and-out. Zane Graft will kick it away.
Well, you got a couple dangerous returners here, Jaden Crook and Bailey Calgren. See if they can do anything with this.
Graft has a clean snap. Holds the ball, kicks it away. End-over-end wobbler is going to take a big bounce, and Crook just lets it go. You don't want to risk any sort of miscue or mishandle. And
That's
all
a great
goes
kick.
all the way down to the 20-01-yard line, so a really good kick. Didn't give Crook a chance to return, and by the time it's down, there's 3.6 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and so by doing that, Zane Graft basically ends the half. He basically tells the Star Valley offense, nah, you don't want to do anything.
Coach Young will send out his goal line package here. Either just run it or take a kneel down with 3.6 to go and 79 yards of turf ahead of you. And they will go into that victory formation. Hilton takes a snap, kneels it down, and we go to halftime. Braves up 14-0 in a 2-versus-3 matchup in the 3A West. Star Valley Health halftime show coming your way on the SBI Sports Network.
Using tracking skills I've acquired pretending to be a national park ranger, I'm going to locate a customer of Rocky Mountain Yeti. Thanks to Rocky Mountain Yeti, these people are having their very first adventure.
We actually do this all the time.
Thanks to Rocky Mountain Yeti, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
I'm Duke Dance, and when I take out the garbage, I bag it.
I'm David Kazare, and when I take out the trash, I bag it.
I'm Dal Erickson, and when I take out my trash, I bag it.
Star Valley Disposal appreciates all their customers, especially those that bag their garbage. Remember that even with just a little wind, loose trash can be sent flying all over the place. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com.
B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs, such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on. Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Live halftime coverage continues on the SVI Sports Network, presented by Star Valley Health. Online at starvalleyhealth.org.
At the half, Star Valley 14, Powell 0 on the SVI Sports Network. It is the Star Valley Health halftime show. Advanced, local, personalized. Visit starvalleyhealth.org. That is starvalleyhealth.org. Brave Cadets performing here at halftime on a beautiful, sunny Friday night. And we are recording this full performance for the Brave Cadets, who are looking fantastic as always. And we'll have this ready for you after the game tonight. We'll upload it in its own broadcast, an own segment, so you can watch the Star Valley Brave Cadets performing again here at the half. Dow, Panthers scoreless there in the first half, and they trail Star Valley 14-0.
Still a very competitive game, though, but I think in the first two quarters, you got some answers to some of those questions we were asking in the pregame when it comes to rushing the ball and rush defense. That being said, it's still just a two-possession game heading into the third, and the Panthers will receive to start the third.
Let's take a look at that score deep in the numbers. Here at the half, here are your Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor at Home halftime battle stats.
Again, the big question I thought was being able to run the ball and then your run defense for both of these teams. You look at it for the Panthers, first of all, Jet Schwan, 5 of 12 through the air for 41 yards. On the ground, I had the Panthers with 14 carries for 16 yards on the ground. If you're the Braves defense, you've got to be ecstatic about that. You had multiple quarterback sacks as well, and really put the Panthers deep in their own end on several occasions. 41 through the air, 16 on the ground. No turnovers as of right now for the Panthers, but very few penalties as well. 4 penalties for 30 yards, but just 57 total yards. Trey Stenerson did recover a Star Valley fumble at the end of the first quarter. Over for Star Valley, Smith McClure has kind of done the lion's share of the quarterbacking for the Braves in this first half. He went 10 of 14, 148 yards and a touchdown. The Braves did lose a fumble at the end of the first. Jesse Levitt lost that one. It was recovered by the Panthers, so Braves -1 on turnovers, but with yardage looking at receiving, Bryson Neal with 4 catches, 59 yards. Jaden Crook, 3 catches for 68. Bailey Calgren, 4 catches for 21. The rushing game has been they haven't really focused on it yet, but 16 rushes, 53 yards, 1 touchdown. That's from Tristan Hilton. So 148 through the air, 53 on the ground, 201 in that first half. If you're the Braves offense, I think you got to be pleased that you've got 200 yards of offense against this Powell defense in the first half. And so that's a look at your halftime numbers brought to you by Battlesome Brothers Flooring.
Quality, price, service located in Afton, just south of the Elkhorn Arch. That is Battlesome Brothers, Carpet One, Floor and Home. Again, the Braves lead 14-0 during the Star Valley Health halftime show. Now let's see if we can give away a couples combo. And our halftime trivia question presented by Salt River Cinema.
And the question is, how many rushing touchdowns does the team have coming into this weekend? I'm talking about the Braves. So let us know what you think at 307-203-4637. The fastest correct answer will win themselves a couples combo from Star Valley Station. Of course, that is now Star Valley Station and Salt River Cinemas within Star Valley Station. Let us know what you think, 307-203-4637.
Star Valley Health halftime coverage continues after this. Braves lead it over the visiting Powell Panthers 14-0 on the SVI Sports Network.
Hey, this is Duke and Dal, and recently we decided to do a little less broadcasting and a little more banking. We even made our own logos. The Bank of Duke and Dal of Wyoming is open for business. Ooh, we already got a phone call. Nice. Bank of Duke and Dal of Wyoming. You want to make a deposit? Yeah, we'll take your money.
As you can see, our customer satisfaction is on the rebound.
Bank of Duke and Dal, how can I help you? Oh, you want to make a withdrawal? No, that money's gone. Who do you think we are? First Bank of Wyoming? Jeez.
Hey Braves fans, now you can follow your favorite players during the game with a complete Star Valley football square foot. LVP is also on sale with the product available for $2.99 per square foot. Battlesome Brothers also has carpet remnants available. That's Battlesome Brothers Carpet One, Floor and Home, open in Afton, just south of the Arch.
Price, quality, service, Battlesome Brothers Flooring.
On behalf of Bank of Star Valley, we'd like to congratulate Bailey Calgren as being the Man of the Week. Congratulations, Bailey.
Bailey Calgren, son of Zach and Amy Calgren, senior, Bedford.
Good punt off the low snap, fielded on the run, up to the 40, a broken tackle to the 50. Here's Calgren, up to the 30, pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Beautiful return from Bailey Calgren.
This is Braves football and the Star Valley Health halftime show on the SVI Sports Network.
Download the new MyChart mobile app to securely and conveniently manage your health care. Find all the details at starvalleyhealth.org. That is starvalleyhealth.org. Here at the half, it's 14-0, Star Valley on top. For those watching on SVI, you can see some of those first half highlights. And let's actually send it down to the sideline here as we, I believe, have Bridger Wolfley down on the sideline, ready to go, and he had a chance to catch up with Coach McKay Young heading into the locker room. Bridger.
Welcome back, fans, to the second half of the Star Valley Braves game tonight. Both teams are doing really good on the field, with the score being 14-0 Braves. Both teams are getting head-to-head and can't wait to see who's going to take the win. I talked to Coach McKay Young as he went into the locker room and asked him if they're planning to fix anything for the second half, and he said that they're just going to make sure that they're fixing the small mistakes, making sure they're getting the ball, gaining those yards, and getting those touchdowns so they can take home tonight's win. Other than that, we're super excited to see how the team does, and I think it's safe to say, Braves fans, buckle up, because it's about to get real. Back up to you, Duke.
Thank you, Bridger Wolfley, with the Miles CPA sideline report located in Afton and in Alpine. That is Miles CPA. Again, Afton and Alpine. Again, the score here, 14-0 with Star Valley on top. Let's bring in our guy, Jake Hibbert. Of course, we had the early game, Jake, so maybe not as many highlights as normal, but what's happening around the state this evening?
Well, we still have some stuff for you, and some games are kicking off. Before I send it back to you, I will take a look at the 6 o'clock kickoff games that we have in the 3A West of Cody Green River and Evanston Jackson. We've got a couple of scores already in both of them. Well, a couple of scores already in our 6 o'clock kickoffs, but whatever. Let's get on to the highlights right now. What did we have earlier? Really fun game in 2A. Mountain View number 1 versus number 5 Cokeville. Let's jump into the highlights. Low scoring game early. Yeah, that's a kicker. Jack Dayton with a little chip shot in. Not a bad one. 30-yard field goal gave Cokeville a 3-0 lead. Now look at this hook and lateral that Cokeville gets to get into field goal position right before the end of the half. They're tied 3-3 with Mountain View, and it sets up a 41-yard field goal for Dayton. You see the coach? Yeah, it is good. 41 yards for the field goal. Now, just prior to that, Mountain View's Landon Solis, the 7th leading punter in the nation by longest punts, he got a little chipper for 22 wins. So 6-3 at the half, Cokeville leading. Now we take you into the third quarter. It's the first touchdown of the game, and that's Mountain View's Justice Platt, the 1-yard quarterback keeper. Mountain View 10-6, and this put it away. Boom! Carson Erdley right into the end zone. 5 yards. Mountain View wins that one 17-6, guys. I wouldn't say a big surprise. It was a battle. Cokeville really did show that. I think voters got to consider them as maybe still the top 5 team in the state at 2A. Mountain View, I've said it since, week 2? I think that's the best team in 2A. Now, I mentioned we have some games kicking off in 3A. So before I let you go, we'll take a look at them, and also you can check on your bottom line as well. No score yet for Evanston-Jackson. That game in the first quarter. Currently, Evanston with the football. On the eastern side, Landers already scored against Riverton. They lead at 7-0 in the first quarter. That's homecoming for Lander. And also in Green River and Cody, yeah, we've got a score in that one. Maybe not so surprising. Cody had Grady McCartan go up the center. We'll get a look at that later on. But it's 7-0 Cody over Green River on Green River's homecoming night. Back to you all. Thanks.
Thank you, Jake, pulling out the nationwide punt averages. You always got a Hibbert nugget when you bring Jake on the broadcast. Appreciate it, Jake. And yeah, Cody up early. We'll have Cody on our broadcast next week when Star Valley makes the trip up north into Park County. And, of course, it's always a fun one between the Bronx and the Braves in Cody. It's all part of your Star Valley Health halftime show. Now let's see if we have a winner to that halftime trivia question and a couples combo to Salt River Cinema.
Well, the question was, how many rushing touchdowns did the Braves have coming into this weekend? And the answer is 17. And just as an FYI, Jesse Levitt leads the team with 6 coming into this weekend. So if you texted in 17 to that number and you're the first one, you won yourself a couples combo.
We had some close guesses, Dal, but none correct. We had a 16, had a few in that realm, a couple looks like a 19. So no 17s. So no winner tonight.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No popcorn for you.
Maybe next time.
Well, you can have some. You just have to go buy it yourself.
That's our halftime trivia. It's all part of the Star Valley Health halftime show. Braves, Panthers, 14-zip. Star Valley on top. Live on the SVI Sports Network.
We at Miles CPA love cheering on our Star Valley Braves in all their activities, from the performing arts to music, speech and debate, vocational clubs, athletics, and all other activities in which our local students participate. In fact, JR at Miles CPA was once a Skills USA leader himself.
This is JR with Miles CPA from both the Afton and Alpine offices. We wish the Braves success this school year in their academics, athletics, and activities. Be the best you that you can be. Go Braves.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive. It's gorgeous, and I get what I want.
I take my Caribou Ford to the Oregon Trail golf course.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I can check out inventory online before I go. Now that's service.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? Satisfaction.
We're Caribou Ford with top awards in the region for customer satisfaction, because we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Down at the creek, Swift Creek Trading, that is.
It's not about selling hats, boots, and jeans.
It's about giving back to our Valley's youth and keeping our heritage and traditions alive.
When you shop at Swift Creek Trading, you help us sustain agriculture.
You help us perform. You help us compete.
You help us brand our own businesses.
So come on down to the creek.
Swift Creek Trading, that is.
Where your purchase supports us.
Where your purchase supports us.
This is Braves football and the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
Braves out of the locker room and standing on midfield. Cody taking the field Powell taking the field as well. The Braves up over the visiting Panthers by a halftime score of 14-0. Dal, how's Star Valley done so far in the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton? Keys to the game.
Well, key number one for me was to try and get at least 4 yards per carry rushing against this Powell defense, which came in ranked number one. So far in the first half, the Braves getting 3.3, so they're basically right at the bare minimum of effectiveness for running the football. So some work to do there. Hold the Panthers under 100 rushing yards. They've certainly done that so far in the first half. Just 16 yards on 14 attempts allowed by the Star Valley defense. Limit the big running plays, well, as you might have guessed. Based on those numbers, they were able to do that. And then disrupt the passing game. I guess disrupt, you could argue, no turnovers, but as of right now, Jet Schwan, 5 of 12, just 41 yards. So I think disrupt is probably a fair word for the first two quarters. We'll see what comes of the second half. That's a look at your Rocky Mountain Yeti keys to the game here at the half.
Of course, located in Afton, legend driven. Find them online at RockyMountainYeti.group as we put the wraps on your Star Valley Health halftime show. A beautiful day in Star Valley for this football game. The shadow of the stadium just now barely starting to stretch across the football field. Hardly a cloud in sight. Temperatures in the low 60-degree range tonight. And you got to soak in these when you can get them down as we hit October next weekend.
Well, you got gorgeous foliage. I'm a redneck, so I usually say that wrong. Across the way, a reminder that snow is coming, but not quite yet, dadgummit. And as you mentioned, mid-60s for kickoff. This is, if you could bottle this and just keep every day like this, there'd be 1 million people living here. It's already too many, but there'd be 1 million if it was like this all the time.
And it looks like the teams will take the field. Star Valley did get the ball first to open up the game, and so it is going to be Powell football. Star Valley will kick off to open up the second half of play. That's it for the Star Valley Health halftime show. Again, find them online at starvalleyhealth.org. Advanced, local, personalized. Visit starvalleyhealth.org. Thank you for joining us tonight. Duke Dance with Dal Erickson and a great SVI Sports crew bringing you great coverage of Braves football tonight. The Panthers trying to overcome a 14-point halftime deficit where they've been shut out in the first half. This is a high-scoring Powell offense coming into this game, Dal. They were number 2 in the 3A class in scoring, and they've hung a couple of 50s on the season.
Well, and they've also played some teams that have struggled, and they beat them up. I mean, this is a good Powell team, and so at the same time, they are explosive as well. They have plenty of guys who can turn this 14-7 on one play. So if you're the Braves, you got to feel good about what you did in the first half, but don't rest on your laurels because Trey Stennerson, Jet Swan, Cody Seifert, those guys can turn that 0 into a 7 in about 10 seconds.
Christoph Bueller will tee up the football at the 40-yard line. He'll be kicking from south towards the north. And back to return once again is Cody Seifert and Caden Nelson for the Panthers. I believe that's actually Alex Jordan. No, it is Caden Nelson. Here's the kick in the second half underway. It's going towards Nelson. He'll field it at the 1 and then step back into the end zone for a touchback.
There's a whistle back here and a flag at the kickoff. So I wonder if the Braves started a bit early.
Maybe a jump off sides, and that's exactly what it is. Christoph will re-kick instead of the 40 from the 35.
We'll see if that makes a difference. Looked like the Panthers were going to have a chance to return that in just barely outside the end zone. And so maybe now they have a little more room to work with. Or maybe Christoph kicks it to the bus barn. We don't know.
Well, we've certainly has the leg to still put this one in the end zone. We've seen it.
Came into the weekend, I looked this up, 10 touchbacks on the season. He's had at least 2 tonight, hasn't he?
And here he goes. Sends it away. It's going to be fielded inside the 10 at the 7. Fake reverse on the return. Here's Nelson. He gets to the 15. Sideline to the 20, 30, 40. Nelson hit out of bounds and knocked out by Christoph, the kicker, to potentially save a touchdown on the return. Knocked out at the 49-yard line.
That fake worked pretty darn good. really the Braves had one player who came over here to kind of force Jordan outside.
It was the hesitation. Watch Caden pretend. He looks back, and then he goes.
Yeah, that was well done. He's able to get away from Jaden Coons. But then, Christoph Bueller, if Christoph's not right there, I think he scores.
Great field position for the Panthers. A 51-yard field ahead of them, looking for their first points of the game on the first drive of this second half. Here's a play action. Now quarterback keeper. Schwann around the edge, and he's hit hard and knocked out of bounds for no gain on the play. Jesse Levitt there for first contact on the tackle.
Loss of 1 there on that carry. Schwann 6 carries for 5 yards. And that's a physical guy to have to battle to get any yardage right at the line of scrimmage. You're hoping to not meet Jesse until the second level, but didn't happen that time.
Forward progress says back to the line of scrimmage, so second down and 10 with 11:18 to go in the third quarter. Still scoreless for the Panther offense. They trail 14-zip. Schwann's shotgun again. 2 receivers left. This time he will hand off, and a nice hole up across the 40 and running down to the 30. And there he goes. Seifert breaks an ankle tackle and scores. He hit the sideline at a big old gaping hole, and you called it, Dow. Just like that, the Panthers cut the lead in half, and it's 14-7.
Well, and that's the first time we've seen a hole like that against this Star Valley D-line. That was a gaping hole, and coming out of there, number 29, Trevin Abraham leading the way, and then Seifert able to step out of that last tackle attempt and in for 6.
Here's the ensuing PAT. Schwann will kick, and he'll be good. 14-7 now. Panthers on the board, 1 minute into the half on SVI.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us, on roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
We are Western Wyoming's leader in live coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Powell's Cody Seifert from 51 yards away goes off right tackle and takes it to the house. That cuts the lead in half on the first score of the afternoon, in the evening rather, for the Powell Panthers. It's now 14-7. Braves lead and will look to return.
And again, just a great job of their offensive line and the lead blockers creating a hole, and then Seifert's a load. In fact, the Braves never really did get a shot on him. He just took that momentum right in for 6.
Jet Schwann back to kick off. Plays quarterback and kicker. It's going to be a high short kick, and it will go bouncing and bouncing and bounce out of bounds. Bailey Colgren just stands there and watches it. That will be a penalty on the kickoff against Powell and gives Star Valley good field position.
Yeah, technically illegal procedure, so that puts the ball at the 35-yard line. So pretty good position, as you mentioned, Duke, and we'll see what the coaches say. I mean, you say what you're going to say in the locker room, and then right out of the gate, you give up a nice return, and then you give up a 50-yard touchdown run because, and I say give up because Powell basically doubled their yardage right there on one play. And so there's still a lot of time in this game. It took you 2 quarters to build that lead, and it took 10 seconds to lose half of it.
11 minutes to go, still in the third quarter. Star Valley with the 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Smith McClure will start offensively here in the second half. Back behind him is going to be Jesse Levitt, the tailback. Man across the formation in motion. Quarterback keeper off the right side. Nice hole for Smith, and he gets into the 2nd and 3rd level for a 7 or 8 yard gain.
Seen a few keepers from Smith McClure. I've got that as his 8th carry of the night, 24 yards.
2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard carry on first down. Ball up to the 43-yard line. Bunch set on the right. Colgren again across the formation. Quarterback keeper again, this time to the left. Big hole for Smith, and he's running down to the 40. Has one man to beat. He turned down the Jets to the 20. Being chased to the 10, and he's tackled inside the 5-yard line. Brought down by Trey Stenderson before he could get into the end zone. But Smith McClure rips off his biggest run of the season.
From the 43 down to inside the 5. That's a heck of a run by Smith McClure, and you got to give Stenderson a lot of credit for not giving up. And we'll see if the Panthers can keep the Braves out of the end zone after the big run.
Smith will come out now in the short yard situation. Big run for him, and he had a big hole off the left side. Great blocking up front from the Braves lineman. First and goal now from the 3-yard line. Big boy package. Hilton under center. He'll turn, bread and butter pitch to Levitt. Touchdown. Standing in the end zone. 3 yards away, Jesse Levitt, and the lead back up to 2 scores. It was a quick, methodical first half, but bang, 2 touchdowns in less than 2 minutes.
2 plays each for each of these teams. One of them special teams for the Panthers, but the offenses have come out with some big chunks here in the third.
The ensuing PAT attempt from Christoph Bueller. Snap, good. Hold, good. Kick, good. And it's 21-7 Braves on a flurry of touchdowns on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Star Valley High School sports is provided by The Right Company. HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too big or too small. Red Tail Therapy, strength for everyone. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley sports. Quality Quick Lube, where quality comes quick. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Smith McClure with the big run sets up a touchdown for Jesse Levitt, and the kickoff is into the end zone for a touchback by Christoph. Braves up 21-7. Let's send it out to Jake Hibbert. He has an update on the Cody Green River game. What do you got, Jake?
Well, have you guys ever gone for a September walk stroll along the Green River? Grady McCartan has, right into the end zone, 35 yards. All Cody early, 20-0 over Green River. Back to you.
Thank you, Jake. And Al, that last touchdown for Star Valley was 10 seconds less than the Powell touchdown.
Yeah. So, the first half, kind of a defensive battle. So far in the third, it's been big plays.
Now Powell on the offense, handoff to Seifert, and he'll rumble ahead for positive yards of about 4 before he's drugged down by the Star Valley defense. Stopped just shy of the 25.
Garrett Carlson in there, and then also Jaden Crook.
We'll stop it at the 24. 2nd down and 6 to go for the Powell Panthers. Clock down to just 9:45 to go in the third quarter. Each team with a touchdown. Braves up 21-7. Schwann in the shotgun. Quarterback keeper reads the defense, hit, and forward progress a yard, maybe 2, as the pile gets stood up and stopped. And officials will run in, and it looks like they will get him up to about the 26-yard line. 3rd down and 4 to go for the Panther offense.
Riley Erickson in there, number 44. Also saw Lane Wiebelhaus, 34. And that brings up a much more manageable 3rd down. As you mentioned, Duke by long 4. The Panthers in that first half, 2 of 6 on 3rd down. Of course, they didn't need a 3rd down on that last possession.
No. Had a big kick return to set up a short field near the 50. And a big run from Seifert down the sideline. Here's the 3rd and 4 now from the 26. Offense set. Schwann will play action rollout, looks downfield, throws middle, caught 1st down. That's Trevor Abraham out of the backfield on the reception. I believe that was a second read for Schwann. He was able to find Abraham and move the chains across the 35 to about the 38.
It's a nice finish there by Abraham as well. His first catch of the night, 12 yards.
Clock continues to roll down to 8:27 to go in our third quarter. Flanked wide to the left is Alex Jordan for the Panther offense. Schwann will hand off to his tailback. Goes across the line. Seifert again on the carry. He'll get all the way up to about the 43, about a 5-yard gain or so off the right side.
Now, Duke, maybe correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't know that Riley Erickson played at all in that first half. He's been on all 3 of these tackles so far, number 44. Just kind of interesting.
57 and 40. Yeah, I think you're right. I haven't seen much of him, but he's been in here now. 2nd and 5.
Clay Merritt in there as well. Just get some help.
Here's another handoff. This time to Wisniewski, and he breaks it across the 50. And Wisniewski has a first down for the Panther offense, tackled at about the 48.
About 10 yards there for Keona Wisniewski. It seems to me the Panthers getting a bit better of a push here in this second half, at least thus far, giving the running backs a chance to get into that next level, as we talked about.
Powell Panthers now inside Star Valley territory at the Braves 48-yard line. 7:17 to go in the third. A new set of downs at 1st and 10. Schwann will play action. Step back, roll left, hit as he throws, but completes it in the flat. Makes a move, running up the field for a first down, and then brought down as Alex Jordan on 1st and 10. He picked up about 12.
And one thing, if you're the Braves, you got to be mindful. They're cutting on the inside after these completions. You can't be caught going on the outside like that right there, because they'll lose you, and they're hard to track down.
Jordan is brought down at about the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. 6:44 to go in the third quarter. Panthers moving down the field. Another handoff to Wisniewski, and another big hole. He's brought down into the secondary. Wiebelhaus finally tracks him down from his free safety spot, but it's another first down on a 10-yard carry off first down.
Strong run there for Wisniewski.
Ball on the 25-yard line. This time, Powell doing something we really haven't seen happen all game. They're just marching down the field chunk by chunk.
Not sure what the change is, but something's been effective in this third quarter.
6:15 to go. Another set of downs and another handoff. This time goes to Seifert. He gets a nice push, and Seifert moves the pile down inside the red zone. He'll be brought down shy of the 15 at about the 16. A 9-yard carry on first down.
And as you mentioned, Duke, these are not like little tiny Garys and the guys dragging them. These are big holes. Braves didn't allow any of this in the first half, and Powell has found something that's working right now.
2nd down and a long 1 to go for the Panthers. Now inside the red zone. Nose of the football on the Star Valley 16-yard line. 5:36 to go in the third quarter of play. Flanked wide left is Caden Nelson. Slot left is Trey Stenerson. Shotgun snap. Misdirection, screenplay, caught, first down, big collision, but broken tackle and inside the 10, finally brought down. It's going to be first down and goal for the Panther offense. Trevin Abraham on the reception to move the chains.
Cash Lancaster came up and made the stick, but as you mentioned, Duke, Abraham able to get away and get a few more yards out of it.
First and goal from the 8-yard line. Snap, quarterback keeper, middle, now bounces out left, cuts inside and brought down around the 5. Positive yards on first down. It's 2nd and goal. 4:55 to play in the third.
Both coaching staffs making some adjustments that have worked here in the third on offense.
Jet Schwann will call the play in the huddle with the clock rolling. We had 2 quick drives. Now this one's been a long drive in possession.
Yeah, this has been an impressive situation.
Almost 6-minute drive now. Here's another handoff. Abraham, he goes left, or Cody Seifert rather, goes off to the right side. He is brought down short of the goal line inside the 5. It's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 2 is where this is spotted.
Panthers 3 of 7 on 3rd down. And there's Simon Gaskell limping off the field. Not a good sign if you're the Braves.
Clock rolls down to 4:05 and the Panthers on the doorstep. 3rd and goal from the 2. Braves lead at 21-7. Panthers trying to get in for the second time this quarter. Quarterback keeper. And he's in standing. Touchdown, Jet Schwan from 2 yards away. And after being shut out in the first half, Powell answers with 2 touchdowns on 2 drives here in the 3rd, and we're back to a 1-score game. 3:48 to play in the 3rd quarter.
And that was an impressive drive. You know, the last one, you give up a big long run, you can kind of look at that and go, okay, we shouldn't have done that. This was a long, sustained drive, passing, running. That's been the most impressive drive of the game thus far for the Panthers.
And there's offensive movement before the snap of the football on the PAT. That's going to push Powell back 5 yards to make it a 25-yard PAT instead of a 20. Well, not quite. Yeah, 25 yards. So 3:48 to go in the 3rd. Here's the second PA attempt. Snap is high, but the hold is down. The kick is away, and it's good. 21-14, Braves still on top with the SVI Sports Network.
I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collective guy, but... Sorry, what's your name? Yeah, Evan. Hi, Evan. Yeah, we have no internet. Nothing. I don't know. It just stopped working.
The internet is down.
I know, I'm on the phone with them. No, that was my wife.
I can't get online again.
Yeah, I'm talking to Evan. No, my daughter, my wife. Okay, can you guys not talk? Sorry. Yes, we have yes, the white boxes. I see one. They got horns on them.
It's the one with the horns.
Yes, I see one. We have 11 of those.
I was on the phone and I got disconnected.
Okay, it's not about you. We switched our broadband service provider. Devin put in 11, Evan. How are we supposed to know which one's 7 and which one?
I thought it was Devin. Who's Devin? I got no service. Honey, you're blocking.
You can't stand there. You're blocking it. Don't block it. And the best part, I never have to speak to Evan or Devin ever again.
I think this one's 11.
11? We're not looking for 11. No, are we looking for 7, Evan, or 11? We have 2 next to each other. That's bad. 2 white boxes. Evan?
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Powell answers a couple flashy touchdowns with a long, methodical drive. Ends with a quarterback run for a touchdown from Jet Schwan. It's 21-14 with 3:48 to go in the 3rd. Here's the ensuing kickoff, high and short. Will be fielded by Colgren at the 10. He muffed it, picks it up, and now will return it. And he is cut down at the 14-yard line, mishandled the kickoff. And not too happy about it. Does get a couple-yard return his own. It's a long field for the Braves.
I believe it was Alex Jordan knifed him down there. It was number 10, excuse me.
Send it out to Jake Hibbert for a game break. Jake.
Yeah, this is a fun game. Evanston-Jackson, it was 7-6, no more. That's Clayton Cook catching the pass from Cohen Morrow. And how about the run after 2 broken tackles in the end zone? Evanston 13, Jackson 7. We're early in the 2nd. Back to you.
1st and 10 for Star Valley in this one, facing the visiting Powell Panthers. Ball spotted on their own 14. Here's a throw ahead to Wilkes. Wiley looks for the corner. Flag on the play. Puts his shoulder down across the 15 near the 18, but this one might be coming back. Behind the line of scrimmage in that holding area. Stops the clock at 3:36. It's actually another chop block. Second one we've seen tonight against the Star Valley offense.
Yeah, and those are big ones. Those are 15-yarders.
I think this one's going to be half the distance to the goal since they're inside the 15. So that'll put them back to they're doing the math and marking this one off inside the 10, down to about the 8. So 1st down and roughly 18 to go for Star Valley's offense now.
Panthers got to feel pretty good right here. You score twice, you basically quadruple your yardage in the quarter, and now your defense with a chance to pin Star Valley deep inside their own 10.
Star Valley will make sure they have the right personnel. Coming in late is Colin Bassett. He'll line up slot right side. Smith in the shotgun. He'll take the low snap, hand off. Nice hole for Levitt, breaks a tackle, and Levitt pushes his way down across the 20-yard line. Hard running after contact for Jesse Levitt. He gets almost a first down on a 1st and 17.
Yeah, he gets about 16 on that carry, it looks like.
Spot him up to near the 24-yard line. Big hole.
Yeah, big hole to work with.
And then yards after contact for Levitt. 3:08 to play in the third quarter. Now Star Valley in a second manageable of about 1 yard to go to convert.
Jesse, 9 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown so far tonight.
They go goal line, Hilton under center. Bread and butter pitch back to Levitt, and he looks for that first down marker. He's really close. He didn't quite need the 25 to convert, and he didn't quite get the 25. So we'll see. They give it to him. It's a first down with Rocky Mountain Yeti from Jesse Levitt.
Well, that probably wasn't the most crisp version of that play we've seen, but they got what they needed.
Just shy of the 25-yard line. Braves get out of a hole after the penalty. 2:40 and counting in the third quarter of play. Star Valley still up by a touchdown, 21-14.
And there's a good sign for Star Valley fans. Simon Gaskell coming back out, this time on offense, where he plays tight end. He generally is a blocker, Duke, but he's an athletic kid and got pretty good hands. So
he had a big touchdown in Preston on the receiving end. Here's Smith. Hands off to Levitt, bounces outside, has a block up the sideline across the 30-35. First down, ridden out of bounds. Another Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down, and now Jesse's starting to pick him up chunk by chunk.
That's about 13 yards there for Jesse. You mentioned it, yeah. Both of these teams are finding much bigger seams to work with than they did in the first half.
Ball spotted at the Star Valley 38-yard line. Smith McClure again, shotgun, 2 receivers right. Hands off again to Levitt. This time he's hit in the backfield and brought down hard. Shootman on the tackle for loss. He was there right at the handoff.
We've seen him do that twice tonight. Knife in there and basically meet the ball carrier at the point where he's getting the ball. Boom.
Another second and behind the sticks for the Braves offense. Jaden Crook comes in to play in the backfield.
Loss of 4 on that play.
Weeblehouse goes wide right. Tight formation on the left with McClure under center. Colgren in motion. Fake the pitch. McClure to throw. Has a wide open pass to Crook. Crook running up for a first down at the 50. Cuts across the sideline and works down to the 40-yard line. A well drawn up play with Jaden coming out of the backfield on a wheel route. Nobody picked him up. And it's a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down inside Panther territory.
Gain of 25 yards on that play. And it is Jaden Crook's best receiving night of the season here. 4 catches, 93 yards so far in this one.
At the 41-yard line. New set of downs for the Braves. Smith McClure back in the shotgun. Throws ahead to Colgren on the motion. Breaks the tackle and hit at the 40. He's brought down near the 39-38. It's going to be positive yards of about 2 for Bailey on first down.
That play is kind of an extension of the run game, you could argue, but tonight it has been at least. Bailey's got 5 catches for 23 yards. Just kind of keeping that outside defender honest. How about Smith McClure tonight, Duke? He's 12 of 16, 175 yards. He's looked pretty good tonight.
Bunch formation, Hilton under center. Misdirection in the backfield, and Panthers were there and ready for that one. Zane Graft made a slamming tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he grabbed Canyon Hurd and said, "You're not going anywhere."
No gain on the play. 3rd and 8 inside the 40, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter. Napa Auto Parts fourth quarter on the way after this. Braves by 7 on SVI.
Down at the creek, Swift Creek Trading, that is.
It's not about selling hats, boots, and jeans.
It's about giving back to our Valley's youth and keeping our heritage and traditions alive.
When you shop at Swift Creek Trading, you help us sustain agriculture.
You help us perform. You help us compete. You help us brand our own businesses.
So come on down to the creek.
Swift Creek Trading, that is.
Where your purchase supports us.
Where your purchase supports us.
time for some Napa know-how. Fourth quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is provided by Napa Auto Parts in Afton and Thane.
Sun just beginning to set behind us on a clear Friday night on the last Friday of September, and a good football game between the Panthers and Braves. It's 3rd and 8 for Star Valley on the Powell 39-yard line. Smith McClure rolls out to his right, looks downfield, pump fakes, goes deep, looks for Neal and had him down inside the 5. Neal dives for it but can't get there, and it will drop incomplete. 4th and 8 for the Braves.
Bit too far out in front for him on that one. To me, when you are doing that, Duke, you're saying this is 4-down territory. When you go deep on 3rd like that, and it looks like that's what the offense is going to do. Kind of a gamble here, quite honestly. Going deep on 3rd and long, and now we'll see what the offense, maybe they're just coming out to try and draw a penalty, but that's typically not what Coach Young does. He typically is going for it.
4th and 8 inside the Powell 40. From the 39, McClure shotgun, Levitt to his right. Man in motion is going to be Lancaster. Throws left side sideline, a miscommunication. He was trying to go down the field to Neal, and Neal kind of cut off his route. The ball went deep, and the Braves turned it over on downs.
So the Panthers defense holds, and then they will get possession here on the 39.
Chance for Powell on this drive to tie this game up now with just under 12 minutes to go in the 4th.
And that was an impressive 3rd quarter for the Powell offense. You know, they had, I believe, Powell had 57 yards at halftime. They got 190 now. So that was it's a pretty darn prolific 3rd quarter for the Panthers.
Flanked wide left is Alex Jordan. Trey Stenderson the slot. Shotgun for Schwann. Handoff to Seifert. He tries the right side. Falls forward and is stopped shy of the 45. Forward progress on falling forward gets him up to about the 43. 2nd and 7.
And there's, you know, I'm not much of a running back, but I got to believe Seifert's got to be feeling great. He was kind of held in check in that first half. Breaks off that big 51-yarder. Now he's feeling pretty good. He's got 12 carries, 80 yards. He's right on pace for a 100-yard game.
2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard carry. Play action. Schwann looking, hit as he throws, and it's almost intercepted, broken up. Great play by Jaden Crook. He jumped the route and knocked that one short.
Great anticipation here from Jaden Crook, because not only does he almost pick this off, but it was going to be a completion and probably a 1st down for the Panthers as well, as Stenderson couldn't bring it in. That was a terrific play from Jaden Crook.
3rd down and 6 to go.
Panthers have been effective, 4 of 8 on 3rd tonight.
Certainly not 4-down territory either on their own side of the 50s, so a big play here in this game. In a 1-possession lead for Star Valley. Blitz up the middle, handoff, hole, and then hit and brought down. Simon Gaskell, he's feeling fine. He plugged that hole beautifully, and no gain on the play. It's 4th down.
That's why when he limped off the field, we said that was kind of a bad sign for Star Valley. Now that he's back in there, you can see why we said that. Simon, all 6'5", 230-plus pounds of him, says kind of slams the door there after a 1-yard gain.
Powell stick with their offense on the field, 4th and 5.
It's only a 5-yard. They could just be trying to draw the Braves off, too.
And we've seen Schwann take a quick kick already. Braves jump but don't go across.
It's the 2nd time we've seen that.
Now a snap, and it is a quick kick. Nobody back to return. It's going to bounce in the 20, take a big Powell bounce inside the 15, and we'll be down there around the 12.
I'm not a special teams coach, Duke. But if I'm the special teams coach after a play like that, it's like, no, don't even go
Why
near
are you
it.
running down the ball?
Why are you going down there? Get away from it. You don't need to go see it.
It is a touchdown by Powell, so the pooch kick from Schwann again works well, and it pins Star Valley back inside their own 15.
That's a pretty good weapon when your quarterback can do a quick kick like that. I mean, and he's good at it. Pinning the Braves inside the 15.
10-18 to go in the Napa Auto Parts 4th quarter. 1st and 10 for the Braves from their own 13-yard line. Here's a quarterback keeper again for Smith McClure, and he has a nice hole again up to about the 20-yard line. I tell you now, the line has been doing a great job for Star Valley. They've opened up some big holes.
Yeah, especially in the second half. Drake Heinz coming up with that tackle, number 52 for the Panthers. But, Smith McClure finding some dancing room. Good for 6 yards there. This has been his best night running the ball. He's got 10 carries for 71 yards now, does Smith McClure.
2nd down and 4 after the carry. Under 10 minutes to go in the game. Braves trying to add to this one possession lead. They go big package. Hilton under center. Turn, bread and butter pitch, and breaking through the initial line is Jesse Levitt. He is going to be stood up. The pile still moving, pushing, and then brought down. Should be enough for a Rocky Mountain Yeti after first down.
Yeah, that stagger, they kind of staggered forward, as you mentioned, and it looks like they staggered enough to go across the sticks.
You can see contact, and then the push from behind from those linemen. They make that pile move just enough. 1st and 10, now up to the 24-yard line.
Tristan Hilton back in at quarterback now. We've seen a lot of Smith McClure, and when Tristan has come in, though, we've seen he's a very capable passer as well. Hasn't had to be tonight, but he's very capable.
Jaden Crook back into the backfield. He's going to flip from right to left to do split backs behind Hilton. Handoff up the middle, and Jesse Levitt falls forward for a gain of 2 on 1st down.
They fooled me. Didn't really fool the Panthers, though.
Clock rolls down to 8:53 to go in the 4th quarter.
Levitt now with 14 carries, 71 yards. In fact, he and McClure both with 71 yards on the ground and a rushing touchdown. Oh, excuse me. Smith does not have a rushing touchdown.
2nd down with the ball spotted on the Star Valley 26-yard line. Lights are on here at Braves Field. Smith again keeps it, breaks one tackle, but can't get away from Alex Jordan. Alex will wrestle him down, and it will be a gain of 1 or 2 on the carry on the outside left.
I've been impressed with Alex Jordan on defense. He's been a tenacious tackler. There you can see him there, number 14. He hasn't given up much. He's a big physical tackler, too. And that'll bring up 3rd, and as you mentioned, Duke, a long 6, short 7, somewhere in that range. The Braves are 4 of 6 on 3rd down tonight.
Big play here. If Star Valley can't convert, they got to punt the ball back in a one-possession game. Star Valley up 21-14, 7:55 to go in the 4th quarter. Jesse Levitt to the right side of Smith McClure. Shotgun, hard count, takes a snap. Rolls to his right side, steps up, and he's hitting the ball's loose. Loose ball, and it's still loose. Star Valley will scoop it and trying to run with it, but brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
It's Clay Merritt, I think.
Damian... 54?
57, Clay Merritt.
Yeah, you're right. Clay picks it up and tries to run forward, but it's going to go down as a sack fumble recovered by the Braves, and now they'll have to punt on 4th and long.
Well, Smith has done such a good job of skirting that pressure, but the difference this time is he gets tattooed by, I believe, 77, Doug Betger, and he knocks that ball loose.
Braves will have to punt. Still 7 minutes to go. Powell looking at some good field position pending this punt. Here's a low line driver. Going to be a big hop. A huge hop goes over the returner. They can't get a return. And a great job by Kristoff to pin Powell inside their own 40.
Well, as we saw last week, field position comes in all shapes and sizes. Evanston probably had about 120 yards in field position, just being savvy. And that was the first time the Braves have had to punt that deep in their own end zone. And Kristoff bails them out with a good one.
Still decent position, though, for Powell because of how deep they were on the kick. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. 6:55 to go in the 4th quarter. Braves by a touchdown, 21-14. A chance for the Panthers to tie it up if they can score on this drive. Seifert and Abraham in the backfield. Abraham motions out. Pass play, under pressure, rolls up. Now he'll run. Schwann running, has positive yards across the 50 and knocked out of bounds hard. And it's going to be a 1st down, but a flag on the play on the far side. It was towards the end of the play. Flag's about the 47-yard line on the Powell sideline.
It kind of has that block in the backfield to it. Nope, it's going to be a hold.
That's going to negate the big run out of the backfield from Jet Schwann.
He's sneaky. He gets away from the Star Valley big men who were bringing him down in the first half. And that's going to wipe out, well, it's going to wipe out part of a big play. Looks like he'll be credited for about 7 yards.
Will be 1st and 11. Ball to the 37. 6:45 to go. Again, split backs for Schwann, 2 receivers left side. Schwann will hand off to Seifert. He's hit but goes forward and gets a couple up near the 40-yard line. About 3 yards on the carry to set up second down and roughly 8 to go.
See Ryan Talbot, number 70, Wiley Wilkes, number 48. They're right in there.
6:23 and counting in this one. Panthers looking to tie this game up late. Star Valley defense hoping to hold. 2nd and 8 from their Powell 40. Panthers will go screen left. Stennerson catches the ball, and then he's whipped down and around by Porter Merritt. Porter came up, grabbed him by the shoulder pads, whipped him in circles, and put him down.
That's a great tackle from Porter because Stennerson, if he gets away there, he's going to be trouble on the outside. That's just a nice job of grabbing some jersey and not letting go.
So looks like, about a 1 yard gain. So 3rd and 7 up to the 41 with forward progress.
Wow. Duke, that is Stennerson's first catch. I did not realize that. He came in averaging 95 yards a game.
3rd and 7, 5:20 to play in the game. Schwann will throw. Under pressure, flushed out of the pocket, tucks, runs left side, and he will put his shoulder down and have the first down.
That's a great run from Schwann. Looked like he was going to come up just short, but then he buries his shoulder across the 50 and moves the chains for the Panthers.
See him get to the sideline, and a big collision there on the sideline, and will move the chains, and the offense stays out. Across the 50, inside Braves territory. 1st and 10 from the Star Valley 48. 5 minutes to go in the game. 21-14, Braves on top, but the Panthers looking to drive. Split backs again. Schwann, shotgun. Hands off to Wisniewski. He has a hole. Will be hit by the second level and dropped for a gain of 4, maybe 5.
Closed down pretty quick. Simon Gaskell and I believe Lane Weebelhouse there for the stop.
We'll get him 4 yards up to the 44-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now for Star Valley. Still a lot of time here for Powell. No reason to rush this. They only need 1 touchdown. 4:20 to go in the game. Braves up 21-14. Schwann looks to throw, looks left, comes back, caught by Stennerson on the curl, and running up to the 36 or so. He is pushed out of bounds, but it should be enough for a first down. A new set of downs again for the Powell Panthers.
Boy, they're putting it right at the sticks. Looks 30, like it's they're going to move them.
Yeah, so first down, they needed the 38, they got the 37. Panthers offense stays out there. 3:52 to go in the game. 1st and 10. Braves trying to hold on to this 1 touchdown lead. But again, we're seeing the Panthers slowly move down the field. Hand off to the tailback, another hole. Wisniewski breaks through, and he's brought down inside the 30. Stretches the ball ahead to get to the 29. 8 yards on first down.
Tripped up by Wiley Wilkes, but not before he gets a good push.
2nd and 2 inside the 30. Clock down to 3:16 to go.
You kind of get the impression Wisniewski's kind of the fresh back right now. Only has 5 carries on the night, and his last couple have come on this drive, and he's moved the sticks for his team.
Schwann will send 2 receivers right side this time. Stennerson wide. Schwann looks for the screen. Caught but short. Trying to go down for it was Trevin Abraham. Are they going to say catch or down? I think it was a catch. And
if it's a catch, that's a first down.
Yeah, it's a first down. So they're going to say he did get his hands under it for a first down with 2:40 to go. And we got the ball down to the 26-yard line. Clock is moving.
Stennerson with 3 catches on this drive. Let's take a look at it here on the replay.
Yeah, I think he got it. I think it was a catch.
Mighty close.
Rolling out is Schwann, looks downfield, goes into the end zone, has a man, and overthrew him was the diving Trey Stenderson. Had a step on the defense, but he couldn't get there. Dove for it, and Stenderson is slow to get up, but he'll get a hand, and he's good.
Ooh. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Clock will stop at 2:13 to go.
It's an ill-timed cramp, though.
He'll run off on his own power. He'll be okay. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Powell Panthers. Coming right down to the wire here, Star Valley's defense, which has been so good.
Well, that was a good play, just like you said, just a little bit too far out in front. And Stenderson, who has been a non-factor until this drive, just about reeled in his 4th catch.
He's off the field now. Wide right is Alex Jordan. Schwann rolls right, comes back left into the end zone, has a man, and it's knocked away. Broken up by Porter Merritt. Trying to get Zane Graft in the end zone. Zane has the size advantage, but Porter did a great job jumping and knocking that one out.
This secondary's done a good job this season of doing these types of things. Cash Lancaster, Porter Merritt, Bryson Neal, Lane Weevilhouse, and that's a great play there from Porter. And, this has been a good game coming down to the wire. 2 minutes left, 3rd and 10.
Ball spotted at the Star Valley 26-yard line. Braves by 7. Powell driving. 3rd and 10, though. Blitz up the middle. Handoff to the outside to Seifert. He will get ahead. Powell moves forward for a 3, maybe 4-yard gain. And if you're Powell, you have to go for it. 4th down and 6, and here's the ball game. 1:52 and counting left in the game. Panthers will huddle. Schwann looks to the sideline. He'll get the call. If the defense holds, the Braves win. If Powell can convert, they remain alive. 1:40 on the clock. Star Valley leading by 7. Ball just outside the red zone at the 22, but it's 4th and 6. Crowd comes alive, and a timeout taken by Powell. We'll take it as well. 4th and 6, and the game when we come back on the SVI Sports Network.
LCSD2's Transportation Department is now hiring route and activity drivers. The route driver is 7 hours per school day with medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system, while the activity driver is full-time, 40 hours per week, mostly on weekends, including medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system. The bus aide is 5 hours per school day, $16 per hour with paid training. Visit lcsd2.org for details and to apply. That's lcsd2.org.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. These are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Here's the 4th down and 6. And a motion penalty, a step early from the tailback of Cody, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. He went early, and that's a huge false start on Powell. And the Panthers just turn a 4th and 6 into a 4th and 11 in a crucial moment in the game.
Especially coming out of a timeout. That is just, I'm sure he feels pretty bad about that.
So they spot the ball back to the, should be about the 27.
Yeah.
And that's where they're going to put it. So 4th and 11.
You've been right on the money tonight, Mr. Dance.
A minute 29 to go in the Napa Auto Parts 4th quarter. Braves lead at 21-14 over the Powell Panthers. And this game's lived up to the hype. Wild Preps coaches and media poll has Star Valley at 2, the Panthers at 3 in the 3A rankings. And it's coming down to the end. Here's the 4th down and 11. Schwann shotgun, play action, looks to throw, rolls right, goes deep, double coverage, end zone pass, and it's up for grabs, and it may have been caught. Did he get it? He did. Touchdown for Alex Jordan in double coverage. Jumped up and pulled it in. What a catch for Jordan to tie up the game with 1:22 remaining.
A 27-yard heave, double coverage. Watch Alex Jordan go up and high point this. Holy moly, what a catch.
Lancaster was there. He had great coverage. The help was coming on the other side as well from Weevilhouse, but that was just, that was an incredible catch.
Tip your hat. That was a beauty.
There's not much more you can do to stop that. Here's an important PAT. Braves pressuring up the middle. The kick is up, not blocked. It's good, and we're tied with 1:22 to go.
Wow.
21-21 on a fantastic catch from Powell's Alex Jordan. And now Star Valley will have 1:22 to try and drive the field back in 30 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Did you know you can manage your healthcare from anywhere? Whether you're at home, work, or on the go, our free MyChart patient portal makes it super simple to stay in the know and connected. You can request and manage appointments, renew your prescriptions, and view your test results. You can also message your care team right from MyChart. It's your healthcare all in one powerful patient portal. To sign up and get started, go to starvalleyhealth.org.
It's time for some Napa know-how. Fourth quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is provided by Napa Auto Parts in Afton and Thane.
Just a great catch on 4th and 11 from Stenerson. Alex Jordan, thank you, Alex Jordan. And that ties the game on the PAT.
Again, hats off to our crew. Here's a heck of an image.
Here's the ensuing kick. It's going to be into the end zone for a touchback. It was fielded by Merritt at the 1, but you go back into the end zone in high school, and that's a touchback automatically. So 1st and 10 now for Star Valley. Let's send it to a real quick game break. Jake Hibbard, what do you got?
We got a good one out there. Oh, my goodness. I got a whole lot, but right now, look at this. Evanston up 13-7 over Jackson. It's Cohen Morrow looking for someone. Drew Barker in the back of the end zone. Take a look at this. Yeah, he caught it. Evanston up 27-7. Back to you guys.
It's a good catch. I don't know if it was any better than the one we just saw.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll touch base with Jake in our post game, but right now we're tied. 1:22 to go in the game. Star Valley will have last chance here. Here's a pitch to Colgren, cut up field, and he gets a few yards, falls forward for 3, maybe 4. 3 timeouts remaining for Coach Young, and he will not call one here. He's going to go no huddle offense. Weeblehouse comes in. Smith McClure to play shotgun quarterback. Jesse Levitt on the right. Braves just need a field goal. Now we're under a minute to go. From the 23-yard line. Snap, handoff to Levitt. Looks for a hole, breaks a tackle, gets up to the 25. And still no timeout for Coach Young. He may be playing for just overtime here. And there's a timeout taken by Powell. So now they're going to take a timeout, because if they get a stop here on 3rd down, they get the ball back, and the Panthers could have a chance to win it. Big 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Powell timeout, back in 30 on the SVI Sports Network.
B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs, such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on. Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Fourth quarter coverage of Star Valley football is presented by Napa Auto Parts in Afton and in Thane.
Braves need to convert on 3rd and 5, or they'll have to give the ball back to the Panthers, and Powell will have a chance to win. 43 seconds remains. Ball on the 25-yard line. Empty backfield for Smith McClure. Snap, McClure will throw. Steps up, quarterback, keeper up the middle. He's going to have the 1st down and more. And now maybe Coach Young calls a timeout, and he does. He'll call a timeout to stop the clock, because now Star Valley will stay on the field, and they'll have a chance to go down for a field goal potentially and win this game.
Brought down by Wisniewski.
Ball at the 35-yard line. Actually, no timeout. I thought they gave the timeout signal, but they don't. No timeout called. I thought I saw it, but they don't get it. And so the clock is rolling here down to 20 seconds. Empty backfield again. Smith McClure looks to throw. Quarterback keeper again. Comes off left, breaks the tackle. 40 to the 50. Smith down to the 40. Down to the 30. Has one man to beat. Stiff arms to the 20. And they blow the play dead. I don't know what happened. They blew a timeout.
Well, they called a timeout at the end of the play.
Oh, was he out of bounds?
I don't know that he was. I think that's why they called the timeout.
The play was still going. As it is, it's 5.4. Here's a look at it on the replay. I missed something. Down to the 30. Okay,
yeah,
there he is.
He's
brought down. Okay.
Yeah, he's tackled in bounds, so the Braves took a timeout.
All right, now, so, okay, 5.4 seconds to go. The ball is spotted where? At the 28-yard line? This would be a 45-ish yard field goal for the sophomore kicker to make it. He has the leg. He's made it again. He's made those before. So you either take a shot at the end zone from the 28.
Smith McClure.
And they're going to go for the kick. They're going to go for the kick, so Christoph Bueller will come out. The holder is Cooper Lancaster, right hash on the 35. Smith, a big run to set this up, and a chance for Star Valley to win it. This is going to be a 45-yard attempt for Christoph Bueller to win the game in front of his home crowd. 5.4 seconds remains. Powell has a timeout. They aren't going to take it. Long count, and Powell jumps off sides.
Oh, wow.
Powell jumps off sides, a long, hard count, and that just turned a 45-yarder into a 40-yarder. Big penalty for the Panthers.
I'll tell you what, Duke. You actually got to give Smith McClure and the team a ton of credit. He got the huge chunk of yardage, and then they knew they were going to run out of time.
Here's the 40-yard attempt now, with 5.4 remaining. Bueller to kick. Long. Now the snap, the hold, the kick. It's got the distance. It's good! It's good! The sophomore puts it through! He put it through from 40 yards away. The Braves rush the field. There is going to be a penalty on Star Valley because there's 0.6 seconds remaining. It's going to be enforced on the kickoff, but what a finish! The sophomore kicker, Christoph Bueller, puts it in. Star Valley will have to kick off. They'll be pinned back, but the Braves up 24-21.
That's pretty clutch.
As soon as it went through, the team rushed the field, and that's what the penalty is going to be here because the game wasn't over yet. After it went through, the clock stopped at 0.6, so it's going to be a sideline. Yeah, it's going to be against Star Valley, and they'll probably put him back. But there he is, Dow. We've seen him do it before. He had the leg. In fact, he started kicking late in the season last year for Star Valley, and it was good from further away than that.
Oh, he pounded that.
Yeah. All set up by that big run by Smith McClure. Coach Young just knows what he's doing. He never called those timeouts, and I'm thinking call a timeout. He doesn't. You get the big run from Smith to go all the way down the field, and you set up a game winner with less than a second remaining in the game. What a drive for Star Valley. They were all the way back. Where were they? They're 20-ish.
Yeah.
It was a touchback on the kickoff. So yeah, it was an 80-yard field. A couple run plays. Smith McClure breaks off the huge quarterback keeper and gets all the way down near the 20.
This has been an amazing second half, and we're not done yet.
So now, if you're Star Valley, all you have to do is not give up a touchdown on the return. The penalty is going to make this a little interesting because you don't kick from the 40 now. You're going to be put back.
And you don't want to kick it out of bounds because that's an untimed down.
Correct.
So Powell would come out with their offense.
You got to squib kick this. There's no way you can just kick it down the field.
In a perfect scenario, you bounce this off somebody in the middle of the field. The clock runs and is out before the Panthers even field it. But, that's asking a lot.
Christoph Bueller, the hero of the night, who nailed that 40-yarder. And the Braves will go kind of a bunch set and a timeout taken by Powell. We'll keep it here.
Duke, you say that, and rightfully so, because there's a lot of pressure. There's nobody in the stadium that would want to put themselves in those shoes. But how about Smith McClure, back-to-back first downs, running plays, He has 117 yards on the night on the ground and 179 through the air. He has had a heck of a game.
They'll put the ball on the 25-yard line, so the celebration penalty there at the end is going to be a 15-yard penalty.
It makes me wonder if that's going to factor into this.
Christoph will kick this. You got two dangerous return guys back there, so there's no way you can kick it to those guys.
Absolutely, you squib it. I say, hopefully you squib it with so much momentum. Like I said, it bounces off someone's leg and heads down the field.
What a game. This one lived up to the hype. Powell and Star Valley, that number 2, number 3. And
Powell impressed me with what they were able to do, especially in that third quarter. The Braves stymied them in the first half. They come out in the third and really found some things that worked on offense.
So it's going to be, again, Bueller to pooch this away from the 25. 0.6 seconds on the clock. So barring a penalty, this is it. If Powell can't score on the kick return, they're done. There is no extra play. 24-21 Star Valley. Star Valley goes into some sort of onside kick coverage. It is just an onside kick, fielded by Powell, and they have to fall on it, and that's it. Game over. No chance of a return, and the Braves hold off the Panthers to win.
Wow, what a game.
24-22 the final.
We promised you a good game, and the teams came out and delivered. Holy moly.
It was Christoph Bueller from 40 yards away. The kick is good, and it's 24-21. Powell had that big drive late in the game. Of course, that huge catch in the end zone at the end of the game by Alex Jordan. That set up the tie, and then an improbable drive by Star Valley and the big kick from the sophomore. Silver Star Communications postgame show on the way. Braves win 24-21 on the SVI Sports Network. It's sale time at Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home in Afton. Stop by the showroom located half a block south of the Elkhorn Arch and take advantage of carpet, pad, and labor for only $2.99 per square foot. LVP is also on sale with the product available for $2.99 per square foot. Battleson Brothers also has carpet remnants available. That's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home, open in Afton, just south of the Arch.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
On behalf of Bank of Star Valley, we'd like to congratulate Bailey Calgren as being the Man of the Week. Congratulations, Bailey.
Bailey Calgren, son of Zach and Amy Calgren, senior, Bedford.
Good punt off the low snap, fielded on the run, up to the 40, a broken tackle to the 50. Here's Calgren, up to the 30, pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Beautiful return from Bailey Calgren.
We at Miles CPA love cheering on our Star Valley Braves in all their activities, from the performing arts to music, speech and debate, vocational clubs, athletics, and all other activities in which our local students participate. In fact, JR at Miles CPA was once a Skills USA leader himself.
This is JR with Miles CPA from both the Afton and Alpine offices. We wish the Braves success this school year in their academics, athletics, and activities. Be the best you that you can be. Go Braves.
Post-game coverage is provided by Silver Star Communications. Leave slow internet in the dirt. Learn more at silverstar.com.
Braves hold off the Powell Panthers in a thriller on a Christoph Bueller 40-yard field goal. Almost as time expired, and now Star Valley celebrating to Sweet Caroline at midfield. Now that's one you're going to remember as a great game, and Star Valley had a hard pill to swallow for the Panthers. They came down and put up a big battle.
Especially the second half. Like I said, they were kind of stonewalled in that first half, were the Panthers, and then they came out with whatever adjustments coaches make, because I don't know how to make them, and they came out and put together a terrific second half, moved the ball really well against this Star Valley defense, and down the stretch made a huge play to tie the game, and the Braves had to basically pull out an all-timer to come away with the win.
Post-game coverage presented by Silver Star, delivering life experiences one connection at a time. Learn how at silverstar.com. We'll have Coach Young and a player or two on the sidelines. We'll also have Jake Hibbert on with us as well in a few moments. But first, here's your stats with the help of Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Let's look at those stats first for the Powell Panthers. Jet Schwan, 11 of 21, 113 yards through the air. No turnovers in this game for the Panthers. I think that's very impressive. Running the ball, Cody Seifert took that 51-yard touchdown in the third quarter. That helped buoy his numbers. And the running game, 33 carries, 153 yards, and a couple of rushing touchdowns for the Panthers. 87 of those yards came from Cody Seifert. Jet Schwan had 26. Keona Wisniewski had 37. Big output receiving. Alex Jordan, 3 catches, 50 yards, including that. That's got to be one of the best catches you're going to see in Wyoming high school football. Alex Jordan with the tying touchdown catch. So 113 through the air, 151 on the ground, 264 total for the Panthers. And they went 50% on third down, 6 of 12 tonight, which I thought was pretty impressive. The Braves, Smith McClure kind of settled in as the passing quarterback tonight, 13 of 19. He had 179 yards. The rushing attack finished with 192 yards. Smith McClure had a career high 117 on the ground, including the last pair, which set up the 40-yard touchdown or field goal winner for Christoph Bueller. So the Braves 179 through the air, 192 on the ground, 371 total, and they escaped Powell 24-21.
That's a look at your Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home post-game battle stats. Quality, price, service. That is Battleson Brothers Flooring. It looks like we do have Coach Young heading down for that post-game interview. He's going to be with Smith McClure, who you mentioned set up that big touchdown or the big extra point with that big field goal with that run. And Porter Merritt, another big game for him in the secondary as well. So before we proceed, let's get ready for that. It looks like we do have Bridger Wolfley. He is just about down on the field. We'll have, of course, your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game. That's coming up in just a few moments. We'll take a look at next week at a big matchup brewing now against Star Valley and Cody once again after this win here tonight. And, of course, you have Jake Hibbert joining us as well. Looks like we do have Bridger Wolfley down on the sidelines for the Miles CPA Sideline Report. Bridger, take it away.
I'm good to go?
He said, hold on.
Okay, all right, give us just a second. Coach will be right back.
You know, Coach Young, we love the guy. He's keeping you on your toes all night. Keeping you on your toes. We love him. That is Coach McKay Young. We'll be back with him in just a few moments. Now, what do you got for your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game tonight?
Well, I'm going to pick 2 because whenever you have a field goal kicker win the game like that, you got to pick the kicker, Christoph Bueller, going out there in a pressure cooker and kicking a 40-yarder, which turns out to be the game winner. But you've also got to give it to Smith McClure. Smith, as I said, 179 through the air, 117 on the ground. He had a passing touchdown, no turnovers, and he also set up that game-winning field goal with his legs. That's just a heck of a game for him. So that's who I'm going with is Smith McClure and Christoph Bueller.
Looks like Coach Young took off to go get that hero of the night and Christoph Bueller. So let's send it down to him for take 2. Bridger with the Miles CPA Sideline Report postgame.
Okay, awesome, guys. We are here with the star players of the night of your Star Valley Braves game. Christoph, you had a great kick tonight. How does it feel to be able to have done that kick for the game?
Oh, very good. It was very nerve-wracking. I didn't think I could do it, but it was just another kick, so.
Perfect, awesome. You did great tonight. Smith, you ran a lot of yards. How did it feel to be able to run all those yards for your team?
You know, it felt great, but I just want to give all the compliments to my line and all my boys blocking for me.
Perfect. All right, how did it feel to block tonight? You did a really good job.
It was pretty great to help my teammates score and get the dub, so pretty fun.
Yeah, awesome. You guys did great tonight. Now on to you, Coach. All right, how does it feel to win tonight's game?
My goodness, man! Like, talk about defensive struggle a little bit in the first half, and then second half we come out and both teams are trading punches and scoring.
Yeah.
kudos to Powell. I thought they had a great game plan and came in and played really well, and gritty to score that touchdown on 4th down at the end.
Yeah.
But then just so proud. We preach a lot of Nicktown mentality, and players make plays and winners make it happen. Losers let it happen, and I was sure proud of the kids that, at the end, to break those 2 long runs, and all of a sudden we're in a situation where we're kicking a field goal to win. But I had all the confidence in the world in that PAT unit and Christoph to put it through. Compliments to Porter over there, who you interviewed already. He had a big task tonight covering number 10 for them, who's a fantastic receiver. But I thought our D coaches put these kids in a great position to be successful against those guys. And again, just so proud to have them go down to the wire and then just watch a bunch of young men go out and just make it happen, just win the game. Exactly, and that's what these guys did, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything that you guys are going to do specifically for next week's game when you guys play Cody?
Specifically this weekend, we're going to enjoy this one. We're gonna get off and enjoy a great win against a really good Powell football team, and then obviously the 3A West Championship's kind of on the line. It's gonna go through Cody on their field next Friday night. So our hands will be full. They're a well-coached team, and they always play really, really hard. So we'll enjoy this one for a couple days, and then we'll get to work on them.
Awesome. All right, you guys did great tonight. So other than that, I think you guys should party hard because y'all had a great win. That was a close game. So kudos to you, and Braves Nation, let's ride. Back up to you, Duke.
Bridger Wolfley with the Miles CPA sideline report here in our post-game coverage. And again, Star Valley wins it on a field goal from Christoph Bueller at the end of the game as time nearly expires. 24-21 is your final. And by the way, we did hear from Porter Merritt there in the post-game coverage. He's our mic'd up player tonight.
Can't wait to hear what happened there.
We'll see Porter's reaction next week when we get into the footage and hear what he had to do. So let's bring Jake Hibbert onto the broadcast. Jake, we had a thriller tonight. It was a blast. What'd you get?
I got a great show watching you bring the game of the week. I said it pregame. I didn't know what I was doing here. The game to watch was the one you were at, and 24-21. All the field goals I had early in the highlights, though, kind of started that way in a field goal night. Kind of crazy how it ended up with a field goal. Congratulations to Star Valley Nation. I'm not going to take his catchphrase. I'll just get into the highlights. Let's start off with that aforementioned early game. Cokeville Mountain View 2A battle. And like I said, field goals were going early. First 3 scores of this game were field goals. We had that 24-yarder by Jack Dalton, by Dayton to make it 3-0 Cokeville. Then Landon Solis replies with a 30-yarder, chipped through, hit a truck, and it's 3-3. Now this hook and lateral with 10 seconds left in the first half sets up Cokeville for Jack Dayton to try a 41-yarder. Look at that leg. Oh, it's good, says the coach. And you see the ball drop through. It was good. 6-3 at the half. Cokeville led it. First touchdown of the game came from Mountain View, third quarter. That's Justice Platt. Boom! Right into the end zone. 1 yard quarterback keeper. 10-6. Mountain View with the go-ahead. Here was the game right there. One broken tackle leads to another. Goes right into the end zone. Carson Erdley. Mountain View 17-6 for Cokeville. This game was over early. It's only half right now, 62-0. Cody leads it. That was Grady McCartan with the first touchdown. First of, I don't even know. What's that by now? 10 guys? Heck, let's go on to the Evanston game. 28-7 at the half, but let's see how we get here. First touchdown, Evanston on the board. That's Brady Robert. He's a freshman. Then a wall going right through. Jackson responds after a missed 2-pointer. Evanston's down 7-6. They come back. Clayton Cook catches it at midfield, breaks one tackle, runs through everyone and pass to the end zone. Now Evanston's up 13-7. Let's make it 2 scores. Cohen Morrow rolling out. Drew Barker coming back. The second best catch of the day gets a replay. Yeah, I said it, second best. We all know that. Best catch of the day was certainly happening with Powell Star Valley. Look at this, though. Block punt. Hey, cameraman, get back there. It's Cook again into the end zone. Evanston at the half, like I said, 28-7. Early kickoff means you're going to have to go to the other stations if you want the finals, because I'm out of here. You guys, you got the game of the week. How about next week? We do it again. Same time-ish, same place-ish. Back for more Wyoming football. Cody, Star Valley. Can't wait. See you guys then.
Thank you, Jake. We can't wait either. This one was a beauty to set up that one. And, boy, you learn that Powell can play. And they prove that they belong in that conversation to be one of the top teams in the 3A. And Powell proved tonight now that they can beat Star Valley and that they can be in that title hunt. And we'll see. Maybe we see a Panther Brave matchup in the postseason later on.
Well, and the reason that this game turns out to be such a big one, perhaps, is maybe it's the difference between being home one round and not. So home field is obviously what you prefer in the postseason, but the Braves did what they had to do to win tonight, and we'll see if it helps them out in that matchup of postseason matchups.
That's our Silver Star Communications postgame coverage, delivering life experiences one connection at a time. Learn how at silverstar.com. Braves hit the road next week for a showdown again against the Cody Bronx in Cody next Friday night. Dal and I will be there to bring the coverage back home to you live for those not able to make the trip. Thank you for joining us tonight. Christoph Bueller, the hero, the 40-yard field goal at the end to win it, 24-21 is your final. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson. Producer David Kazare, assisted by Sage Jacobson, and a fantastic group of camera operators tonight. Thank you very much and appreciate you joining us. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you next Friday in Cody.